Da. Yay!
Hey! Welcome everybody to Regen. Little awkward because we're doing it on a Sunday, but that's because my actual birthday was Friday, and you know what? Your girl was tired. All right, I worked. I did a lot of stuff. I didn't work like main job work. I gave myself the day off from that, but I've been working on a few other indie projects that we've been a part of. One of which I've been working on all weekend. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Frog G. Appreciate it. And thank you, Ray. You're fantastic. Thank you, some person. I know, Eric on Sunday, isn't it crazy? Yeah, this is what happens when my birthday falls on a Friday and I hit burnout on that same Friday.
And
So
and and
and
we were
and
we were holy shit, yeah. We were out doing exciting things last night, you know,
yeah,
with
yeah.
with the things and the stuff and the giant titties because giant
Yeah,
titties.
yeah. We went to, for people who don't know, we went to Baltimore Run Fair and it was really, really fun. We paid way too much for a raspberry wine and mead mixed drink. And got some expensive things, one of which was my very nice, very expensive, authentic drinking horn that is from my birthday.
Their birthday.
So, birthday. It's really cool. It's really cool. But yeah, we had fun.
We
Definitely
did.
definitely got into a bit of burnout leading up into the weekend. So it's been pretty chill. Because I've just been like spent. Show off the cool shit. I will. I'll go and get it in a second and show it off. Michael Rushbrook, thank you for the happy birthday. Siren, thank you very much. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate everybody wishing me a happy birthday.
I'm just
And
gonna say
Gordon wishing me pancakes, because that's what matters, is the
I got to wish happy birthday first, but here's us yesterday.
pancakes.
Just
That is
two,
an extreme crop, but yes, that is
just
us.
two fools in the woods. There you go. Is that
Yeah,
better?
with size giant titties, by the way.
Ginormous, ginormous,
Very, very big.
very much too large. But you know,
Agreed.
you don't know it's too large until you try it. But I just will say, right? So looking down, tits don't seem too large. Seeing a picture from in front of you, though, at the basketballs you're toting around, that's a different story.
Yep. I'm happy that you now believe me when I said that they were rather big.
We can go down a size. We can go down a size.
At least a size. Uh Sorry, I'm finishing up. I was in the middle of doing something right before we went live, so I'm just trying to finish that up real quick so I can
So
focus.
next we will try Fs because they are fun.
And because Sai still doesn't believe me when I say F's are gonna be
And
too
if Fs are too big, then we will try Es, and Es could be enough.
big. These should be funny, but again, what do I know?
Were you kneeling to take that picture, Shae? No, we were sitting, you motherfucker.
I was sitting. I was sitting down. That's why Sai
We were
is.
both sitting down.
Yeah, but I mean specifically, I was sitting down. You can be as pissy as you want. We all know you're the
birth-
short one.
It's it's your birth weekend, so I'm going to let you be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Without charging upstairs and shooting you in the tit with a spray bottle.
I am not Onyx.
So, how would you say your birthday was? Because you were left with choices, right? I didn't force anything upon you, and we played it according to what you felt like doing at the time.
Yeah, it was nice. It was different. Not in like a bad way. Just like, I don't know. I feel like every year it's a little bit different. When my birthday actually comes with how I actually end up feeling. So I felt kind of. I don't know. I felt a little outside myself, which was kind of weird, but it's fine.
Well, and every year for the past few years, you've kind of been getting used to the idea that your birthday is yours, that it's okay to celebrate, that your birthday is not about other people, and it's okay to be happy or not happy or do whatever the fuck you want because it's your birthday.
True. It is a different world for sure. I don't know. It's weird because I'm feeling a lot more melancholy now, like today, than I was previously. So it's just a little odd, but yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
Shit. You also forgot the other cool thing you got.
I didn't forget it. I hadn't. I was gonna show it when I went and got stuff.
Okay, you can show mine too.
Okay. In fact, let me go do that now so people can see, and maybe I'll see if one of my beers is cold enough for me to drink.
Ooh.
I got beer and I got some berry cider to drink. I also have 2 wines, but neither one of them are cold yet. So
is it downstairs?
I shall return.
What you're looking for, baby? One second, folks. We're working on it. Okay, sorry about that. We're back from a great distance. Yes, well, she had walked away. She couldn't hear me. We're going to go with that. Thanks, some person. You also get to see Shae's strawberry...
Snuggie.
Is that what you would call that?
I mean, it's a wearable blanket, so yeah. Right.
Well, you can. Well, it's nice to know that you guys prefer the silence to us talking.
Thanks. Appreciate y'all.
That's a cool thing to tell a girl on her almost birthday.
It's fine. Learning that nobody cares. So, we got 2 really badass walking sticks. Mine has the giant hook on the end. It's like the perfect height for me. Size has this giant little horn thing.
This giant little.
Yeah, I mean, in comparison, your horn versus my horn.
Well, yours is what, like a goat, like a ram?
Yeah.
And mine's more like the size of a large animal's tooth.
Or you know.
No one can hear you because you fucking walked away.
I don't know what else to say, so I said I don't even know. You don't have to be a bitch.
Yes, some person. That's... Hold on.
Yes, we were at Ren Fair. And then this is the other beautiful thing that I got myself. The nice drinking horn. I will say, incredibly pointy at the end. I did stab myself once or twice.
You know what, Shae? I just had a thought.
Hmm.
You could keep the lid in your pocket, right? And then put your drinking horn over the top of my stick, and it would hold it for you while it's empty.
The lid.
Okay, then we can do that too. The point is that would keep it off your waist.
No, it was fine on my waist. It wasn't a problem. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this.
That's where that picture comes from. Was from yesterday.
It was from yesterday's Ren Fair. Walked around and saw some cool shit. Spent way more money than we needed to. It was fun.
Let me tell you guys. So some person says nice canes. Let me tell you guys something. Baltimore Ren Fair is not like Florida Ren Fair. There is a lot more climbing up fucking dirt hills and tripping over roots and randomly placed rocks and gravel. There's a lot more dust. So having a walking stick is
actually incredibly helpful.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Especially when we were getting tired, it was really nice to have something.
So I was wearing 3 layers at the waist and chest and 3 layers at the neck. Okay, tell them about the waterfall when we got home.
That's so gross. When Cyborg decided to take off all of the layers when they broke the seal for the chest plate, basically it was just it literally looked like somebody had dumped a bottle of water out on my carpet.
Yes. So let it never be said that I did not work up a sweat moving around Ren Fair, and it's not because I'm fat. I'm also a little bit out of shape, so I do what I can. Hello, Chris Oury. Nice to see you. A great drinking horn. They force you to drink everything before putting it down. Kinda, because
I could have put it on my belt and not finished it, but
yeah, when we got our meal, and Shae had gotten her drink first, then we got our meal, and then Shae went off to grab me a drink because I was, already sitting, and I was a little dizzy at some points yesterday because, I was in some very constricting things. We don't need to relive that, though. But when she went to go get other stuff, like napkins and stuff, it was me holding that horn because there is no proper way to set that bitch down. So it's all in good fun, though.
No, you finish drinking it. That's what you do. You don't set it down. You drink.
And let me tell you, that alcohol was not bad. It wasn't great.
Yes, Cyborg did get the vapors a few times. The accurate way to describe it.
So we didn't eat until like 4 p.m. I hadn't eaten all day, and I had been sweating up 5, and I had been sweating up a storm in sunlight for a good portion of the time.
Yeah,
and doing a lot more uphill walking than I usually do. So. Plus, it was the dust. The dust made it really hard to breathe in some spot. Yes, I do declare. But you know what? I had a great time. I hope Shae had a great time. We didn't quite hang out till closing, and we certainly did not get there at opening. But
no, I gotta be real with people. I go to Ren Fair for very specific things. Like I go to Ren Fair because I like seeing a lot of the wares and the handmade stuff that I can't get anywhere else. I like going if I am going to either do like knife or axe throwing, or if I'm going to do archery, which is something that I actually really, really love. And I'm hoping I can get into, especially once I'm retired, like get more into doing, like going shooting for archery and stuff like that, and getting an actual bow and all of that. And I don't like I don't want a modern bow. I want like the old school long bows you have to pull back and everything. I did that when we went to the Robin Hood Festival in England when I was stationed there. I had gone to that and I got to fire a longbow for the first time, and it was hilarious because the guy initially gave me the bow that you would normally give a woman, which is a lot less poundage, has a lot less resistance, all that kind of stuff. He handed it to me and I was like, okay, and I was getting ready to like hold it to pull it back, and the other guy went, no, and he came over and he took it from me and he handed me his longbow because of how tall I was. And in having that and firing it, I realized the massive difference between the tiny little bow that I had gotten initially and the giant longbow, and I much prefer a longbow. So I want to get a more traditional longbow. I don't want a compound bow. I don't want anything like that. I don't want like an actual, like if I was going to compete in archery, I just want something that I can go and shoot occasionally. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy the cat's going to come say hi. Thank you, Bill, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Hello, Mrs. Good Stuff. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I go for those things, and then the other big thing I go for is falconry events. I love seeing falconry. I actually wanted to get into that. I ended up getting parrots instead. And if you've ever looked into falconry, you know it's kind of one or the other. You can't do both because
yes, you can't train a predator alongside of keeping prey animals.
Birds of prey are going to be birds of prey. So, and I love my boys, so they win. And I will just go to falconry events. But when I also at the Robin Hood Festival that I went to years ago, I got to catch a great owl. If anybody doesn't know, great owls are fucking massive. There's a reason they're called great owls. Their wingspan, I think, conservatively is like 6 to 8 feet. So my height, but horizontally, and they're heavy as fuck because I stood there with the giant glove. I had to keep it about this height down, right by my waist. And this great owl swooped down about a couple inches above a whole bunch of children who were sitting down cross-legged, like in the middle of the field. He swooped just a few inches above all of them, and then he pulled up. He went between, there was a bunch of guys that were standing like shoulder to shoulder being trees. And two of them that were shoulder to shoulder, he shot the gap between their heads, reached out and landed on my arm. I was behind them with my arm like horizontal, and he just reached out, landed, and then he stood up and he proceeded to stare at me for a very long time. And I suddenly forgot what was going to be aggressive to a bird of prey, so I didn't know where to look. And so I just
look at him. Do I not look at him?
I was like, I know, don't look him in the eye, but other than that, I'm not sure, because some of them, like, averting your gaze can also be, they can also not like it. And so I was like, I am now realizing I don't know what to do with the giant great owl on my arm. And with my arm down at my waist, he was as tall as to the top of my head. So he's got massive talons. He's sitting there gripping onto the very thick leather glove and staring, just glaring at me. And the reason was, he does the trick. He gets a treat, of which I had none because I wasn't the handler. So he just stared at me for a really long time because I didn't give him a frozen rat. And then the guy came over, and I thought he was going to come over and take the bird. He just gave him a rat, and then he walked away and continued on with the show while I sat there holding a great owl who was holding a rat and not eating it. Instead, was holding it by the neck and staring at me with his little, like, the rat was disemboweled and everything just hanging, and he was just staring at me like, this is what I wanted, bitch, the whole time, and didn't eat it. So it was,
Ratatouille.
it was interesting. Well, and so then the lady comes over, and I was like, oh, good, she's going to take him. And she just grabbed the little leather leash around his foot and was like, oh, just in case, just to make sure he doesn't fly away. And I was like, okay, how long do I hold him? So I just like, all right. So then at one point,
feeding manual.
At one point, all the kids got up and came rushing over because they were like, well, that was so cool. I can't believe how close he got to my head. And I was like, yeah, that's nuts. And one kid goes, can I pet him? And looked directly at me, and I went, I wouldn't. And he goes, oh, why not? And I was like, I am going to go with, he might eat your finger. And the kid looked so horrified. And I was like, look, I'm not the handler. I'm not the one that does this. I'm just some rando from the fucking crowd. But yeah, and then the guy came over and proceeded to rip the rat back out of his beak. And then yell at him for not eating it when he first gave it to him. And he was like, when I give you a treat, you're supposed to eat it. You don't hold it. And he's like, so eat it. And then he hands it back to the owl. And when he ripped it out of the owl's beak, the owl screeched and dug in to my arm. And so I was like, I'm going to die. Like, this guy's yelling at an owl who's then going to take it out on me because who the fuck am I? And so after all of that, hands him back the rat and is like, eat it. And he takes it back from him and he looks at him and he swallows it. Like, I swear, threw his head back and just gunk, 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 right down his gullet, and then stands back up and the guy goes, good, and walked away. Still didn't take him from me. And that fucking owl went. And I was like, I did not rat you out. It wasn't me. I was fine with you holding it. I was fine with you holding a rat and staring at me like you were going to kill me. I don't know why you're mad at me. I didn't do anything. Like, instantly felt like I had to apologize to a fucking owl because I thought he was going to kill me. And then they ended up finally taking him back. And he was one of the most majestic, beautiful animals ever. I was super bummed because they didn't give me any prep for this. They just like threw a glove on me, and then I ended up with a giant owl on my arm and was like, I literally don't know what to do at this point. And so you were a trooper and you did what you were told.
I mean,
it was fun. I didn't get to enjoy it as much because my anxiety shot through the roof about all the ways that this owl could claw my eyes out.
And to be clear, folks, this was well before Shae and I knew each other, so that's why I don't have video of this thing happening. Because that would have been
nobody even got a picture because the people I was with, when I went to the fair, everyone that I was with was so into the show that I had just got pulled into. The reason that I got selected is the guy next to me. So the main guy's walking around. He's like, I need some trees. And we were thinking like, we're in the middle of Sherwood Forest. There are trees. No, he wanted people. He wanted people to act as trees so he could show you what they do in the forest. And so he's like, I need to get some tall people. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so he's going around and he's selecting people, and he selects the guy standing next to me, because me and the guy standing next to me were both kind of joking back and forth, and I was like, he's going to pick you. And he's like, he's going to get you, I guarantee. And I was like, nah. And so then selects the guy, and I looked at him and went, ha! And he goes, you, because you laughed. And I went, oh, shit. And the guy looks back at me, and he's like, ha! We both go walking out, and I was the only female because I was in England. It's not like there's a bunch of tall chicks in England, so... some person says, which Ren Fair was this? The one that I'm talking about now, that was the Robin Hood Festival in the actual Sherwood Forest in Britain. Fucking crazy. It's a good one to go to. If you ever get a chance, if you are ever in Britain and you get a chance, go to the Robin Hood Festival in Sherwood Forest. It is so fun. There's all kinds of crazy stuff.
Really quickly, before we move on, because more people have come in and wish happy birthday, and I would like to scroll down and highlight them. But really quickly, to defend my maidenly honor, the reason that I was so fucking uncomfortable yesterday was that I was wearing both a girdle and a corset to ensure that the little belly that I had at our last Ren Fair did not make a repeat showing, and they were both squeezed. to their absolute tightest settings. Yeah, and let me tell you, that shit is toit like a teeny toiker.
Well, I also I Keira Knightley'd you. I was like, hold on to this.
Yes. Okay. So any guys watching Pirates where she's getting into that corset in the first movie and she's like having to grab onto something next to her, I had to grab onto something next to me. That shit is fucking
super accurate.
You're like, I'm a dude. I could totally resist someone yanking very hard on fucking ropes attached to my back. No, you can't.
Not a thing.
Because I've wrestled wrestlers, and Shae almost took me off my feet by yanking me from behind. And that's all we're gonna say about that phrase that I just said. Let's see.
Took you
Scrolling. Yes.
I'm sorry, I just read some person says, Al, you're a wizard, Shae.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a pissed off Al.
Shae does look official at these things.
Thank you. Yeah. I did have one person said I looked like a statue yesterday because I was standing still while I got lost in thought, and we were standing at a leathersmith store, and I was lost in thought while I was trying to think of where we were gonna go next, so I didn't move. And this chick, I shit you not, she came up right next to me and then got really close and was staring at me for a second, and I went, and she goes, oh my god, I thought you were a statue, you were just so beautiful and still. And I went, thank you, and then went, did I just thank her because she said I was still like a statue?
No, because she said you were beautiful.
It was weird because the way that it was stacked, the emphasis ended up being on the fact that I was standing so still, and I thanked her for the non-emphasis, and then instantly went, that felt awkward.
So Shae's hair was tightly braided yesterday, so her hair wouldn't have moved. Her clothing might have moved, but I mean,
not
she
really.
Could have still been a statue that had stuff put on it.
It had real clothing on it, yeah.
Yeah, but she looked amazing. So Apex says happy birthday.
Thank you, Apex. Apex, I also sent you a message. Yeah, I just sent you a message. It's Apex messaged on the Red Valkyrie. If anybody ever messages us on the Red Valkyrie account on Twitter and you don't get a response within 24 hours, shoot me a DM. I don't monitor the Red Valkyrie DMs like I monitor my own. So, yeah, I hope so. Tokume it says sounds like the owl was very comfortable with you and felt safe, which is why it reacted the way it did. He seemed chill, but he also seemed like he was like, I could eat your face, right? And I was like, I understand this, sir. I fully do. And he's like, as long as we have that understanding, we're fine. I was seriously waiting for him to be like, if I would have been like, oh, he's so good, I'd been like, I will eat your finger off. And be like, okay, I'm sorry.
So Apex, I did not do 60 crunches later. I will tell you this. I got out of some of my stuff, but I didn't bring anything to put on instead of the corset. For after the fair, for the 40-minute drive home, that is a mistake I will not be making again. The other thing is my entire body, from my hands to the elbow, and pretty much the entirety of my body was textured because of how tight everything was on me at Ren Fair. So no, what I did was take a nice shower, a nice relaxing shower. Shae prefers very hot showers, but after I've been out and sweated my literal ass off, a nice cool shower, and we ate something, and I think I promptly no, we didn't eat something. We just promptly fell asleep. So
yeah, it was. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna do all of this work on this project, and instead I passed out because I was tired. I gotta say, I don't think, as much as I like sweet wines and stuff like that, I don't think that I am a go out and drink wine at an event kind of person because every time I do, I end up having those sangria sweats that I had with 656, and
Oh
like
my god.
that's when I told you I was having a hard time drinking it. So that was why, is because it was starting to hit that same sangria level, and I was like, that was a bad drunk. That was not a good drunk situation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I slowed down so quickly. Bye, Frog G. I hope that work isn't terrible, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Mwah.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, tired. We were tired. That is yes. Accurate.
and then there was a wreck a little bit of the ways up getting out of the Ren Fair, and there was Shae didn't think she could turn right when we needed to turn right because of the cops directing traffic, so we went down.
Dude looked super intense.
He looked really we went to the left and we went down a ways, and then we turned right, and then we did a U-turn.
Wait! I can't! That is mine and Cat's call at any con. That's how you will know where we are, if you hear the giant caca. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Shut up. How dare you?
Motherfucker, I was just getting done telling you it was alright, but you know what? Never mind. There. You've had your caca.
That's fair.
It's your birthday. Yeah.
Bless you. I like that I could hear that Alex sneezed because we're in the same house and I heard it from downstairs. But Alex muted, so y'all didn't hear it, so I sound like a crazy person that just said bless you for no reason. And if you're talking, babe, you're still muted. Okay.
It was large. I'm so glad I made it to the button in time. That shit bounced off 12 walls and up a floor, so. Onyx.
Oh, I'm glad that Onyx is down there bothering you. It's my birthday.
He's sitting on the exercise chair.
Oh, jeez.
And now he's jumping to random other things. Oh, he's up in the window. Are you paying attention to DMs?
No, my family did a I'm in a group chat with my mom, my sister, and my brother, and I just saw that about 17 minutes ago a gigantic dump of messages just hit into that group text. So I was reading it. I'm sorry. I got just.
Was it happy birthdays?
No, it was my sister showing me that she gets like daily art things, and one of them that she got was all about like, you can buy these custom purses that are painted and blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, it's such a coincidence because you do this. I'm like, yeah, I do it better.
Yeah, much better.
It's fine, they're great. They're lovely. Wonderful.
Oh my god. So we went to Ren Fair. Was it last year or the year before, down in Florida? And we got a turkey. We got 2 smoked turkey legs, right? And they were the most bland shit ever. And so this year we're like, you know what? We're not dealing with bland Ren Fair food. Not again. Never again. So Shae has one of those belt and bag and tiny little flasks. So we decided to fill up the flasks, the tiny, what would you call them? The tiny little, like, ingredient bottles.
The little potion bottles. It's basically, if you get, like, the little things that you would wear on a belt, they have, like, little tiny, they look like little potion bottles with a cork in them, and we instead filled it with, like, salt, pepper, spices, onion powder, and garlic salt.
And so, when we went and got our food, we had all the stuff, and that was a lot of fun, a lot better than last year, because we got we got a baked potato with an average price of $7 each, and they were not seasoned well. So, Shae, read your thing.
Thank you, Kat. It says, happy birthday, Shae. You deserve all the love in the world. Have a blessed one. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, there's Booby Dan. Hello, Boob Dan. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I also posted and pinned, if anybody wants to come and hang out, please feel free. Oh, thank you. You know, the funny thing is this is actually my hair grown out. I dyed it dark. So for people who missed that, I went from redhead to brunette because I wanted to change. So here we are with the slightly more grown out but much darker hair, and
that reminds me.
I actually really like it.
Keep talking.
Can we switch up the music so it's not the same song over and over again? You're gonna make me hate this song. Hello, RJ. Thank you for showing up. All kinds of cool peoples.
Hey, Shae, look down. No, that's not the look down.
Shae the Brown. Oh, mean. Hi, Leek. How are you?
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It's been interesting for sure. Oh no. Oh, I heard the cat from you, which means he's coming up here. No, I hear the jingle.
I hear the gallop across
I know.
the floor.
He's so excited. He's gonna run up here and he's gonna jump in my face.
And Shae, as far as music goes, this is what you get when I'm not at home with my computer, to be able to bring up a separate browser window that has, you know...
Hello. Hello.
He's wishing you happy birthday.
To see you. Hello, baby. Yeah. Why are your ears so cold? You've been sitting in a window.
Oh, you know why? That might have been why he was whining. I don't have the heater next to me on.
Oh, guarantee that's why he's whining. He's like, Daddy didn't even turn on the heat. It's so cold.
Mommy, Daddy's trying to freeze me. Save me.
And she go in your bed. Or do you want Mommy to turn on? He's bougie, okay? And Leek already knows he's bougie. He got bougier since you were here.
Oh yes.
There's a little cat house thing. You know, they do like little boxes and it has like the top and then the little like cave part. The cave part has a heating pad. So
okay, I have now turned on downstairs so I can hopefully lure him back down here and give you peace.
we'll see. I don't know where he went. I hear him. I don't see him.
RJ William, his name is Onyx.
His name is Onyx, and he's a little hell beast that I love very much, even if he does scratch the ever-living fuck out of me and ruin some of my shirts.
And he is a rescue from my neighborhood in Southern Virginia, and Shae brought him home to live with her in the Baltimore area. And he is the most... Okay, we're gonna ignore all his crazy and attacky ways, but he is also the most loving.
He is very loving.
Hugging cat you have ever seen in your life.
He is very, very loving. He loves cuddles. He loves like he wants to always sleep like right up on your face, on your neck and everything. He wants kisses. He wants to share food.
He will also sleep on your chest. He will sleep if you are laying with your legs together in bed. He will sleep on your thighs. In the valley. Let's see.
I swear I can spell. RJ, his name's Onyx.
Onyx.
Onyx. His name is no, it's not Onyx. It's Onyx. But he's super sweet. Although that's about to change because he just got a hold of his golf route, which means.
Oh fuck! Why would you give him that?
I didn't. He found it. It was one I gave him like weeks ago that he still finds. Oh, RJ says his cat's name is Merlin. Please tell me that you do the really annoying cat parent thing and you have a little wizard hat for him. Because that would be amazing.
Little wizard robe. You know.
Or a hat and a robe and a little beard.
Yes. And then on his robe getup, you could have like a fake little stick, like a wizard staff.
Oh my gosh! I just thought
Or
of
sleeve for his tail to make it look like a wizard's staff. It just whips
I just
around.
have I have an ad idea that I might have to do for Edgepunk with
What's that?
Onyx's boxing studio.
Heh.
Little bastard. For people who don't know, because that's sounded incredibly random for people who haven't been watching for a long time. Onyx literally gave me a black eye by punching me in the face. So I had to go into work with a giant black eye. Oh my god, his brother's name is Gandalf. Dude, Gandalf the White. And then you have fucking Merlin. Shut up. That is amazing.
Now you need
Oh
a
my
girl
gosh.
cat. I named her Morgana.
Morgan. Oh man.
Morgana the fur.
Is she going to sleep with her brother too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's just lies about witches.
No, Morgana, and is King Arthur's sister, and they had a son together. But King Arthur didn't know Morgana was his sister.
Uh-huh.
It's very Oedipal.
Yeah, and the son.
No, Oedipal is
It's along the same lines of being incestuous, asshole.
it's gross. That's what it is. It is gross.
Yeah.
It is gross.
Can't even give me this on my birthday.
They're Jink! Because I said so.
I'm bender jinking.
Shae, I didn't wake up in time to make my frozen drink.
Oh, I can make it.
So how's the Ren Fair?
It was good.
It was so good. I can see
The
now
food was
benefit-
actually decent, despite
Yeah.
being very expensive.
Yeah, the other thing was like a shredded barbecue turkey roll, and it was very decent. I zhuzhed it with a little salt. The I got like a butter baked potato, and
Good boy.
see, I would put chives on it, but the only other potato that they offered had cheese and bacon and sour cream, and two of those I didn't want, so I didn't want to spend the extra $2 to get things I didn't want on the off chance I would get some bacon bits. But mine had almost no butter, but I peppered and salted the shit out of that.
Yeah, they were like, it's a butter baked potato, and we get it. And I was like, there's a faint hue of kind of yellow in part of this. Did not look like it was well buttered.
And no, the concession stand was not right next to the privy.
It's Cat! Hello, Cat! Oh my gosh, I love the hair, the like layers. I haven't seen it all like fluffed out.
Oh wait,
No,
brown,
not mine.
brown.
Yeah, it's just like I'm getting all the all my leftover green right now.
Nice.
So I'm trying to make it like I'm putting like some like purpley red in
Oh
it.
yeah, to neutralize it.
Yeah, but it's like it turned out like it's still too green, but I'm trying to make it like a little bit more silver. So it's just like a trial and error, but I don't mind it being like that red purpley color because it's turning into like a burgundy when I do re-dye it. So I'm just like, I don't mind.
Like that.
I don't mind the burgundy, but it's like I just haven't had time to re-dye it lately. I get lazy.
Yeah, I literally like we had Raven on for her book Fracture, which by the way, y'all should definitely go check out. But we had Raven on for Fracture. Fragment. Every fucking time Fragment. I'm sorry. I fuck it up every time. Anyway, you should all go check out her book. It's super awesome. But her character that I cosplayed has long brown hair. And so I did the long brown hair. I did like the big lips, all that kind of stuff that she had. And then I looked the whole time in the camera and was like, I have never dyed my hair brown, and I actually kind of like this. And so
like,
then,
Yeah,
you're just like,
and And I'm giving her feedback. I'm
Mhm.
like, it does look really good on you. I mean, you could
Mhm.
you could totally pull this off.
Yeah.
I think from the stream to dyeing my hair was about 4 days. Like, it was very much just a,
hmm
nope, I want this, and then I ordered it, and then it got here, and then the day that it got here, I was like, and I'm dyeing my hair. Like, I the only person I said anything to was Sai. Nobody else knew, and so, like, I dyed it, I, like, sent a picture to Raven, and I was like, so, I did a thing, and she was like, oh my god, yes! I was just like,
I was immediately influenced.
you're like, I blame you, it's all your fault.
Mhm.
But I honestly, I needed a change. The red's nice. I obviously like red and I think it suits me well, but I needed a change and I don't want to do black, which is what my other default has always been because it's so harsh. And when I dye my hair black, I end up looking a little dead, which it's not a bad thing, but it's also
It's a
like
look.
it's a look. It's a look
Mhm.
that gets harder to pull off as the days go on because like my hair will grow really fast and when it grows
Mhm.
out
Yeah.
it like it's weird. My natural hair color is like one that you can't match very
Yeah.
easily. And so when I dye my hair red, it grows out and my roots look dark. And then when I dye my hair
Mhm.
dark, it'll grow out and my roots look blonde.
Yep.
Because I am blonde technically, but no matter what, and if I dye my hair blonde, my roots look nearly this color brown. So like, there's no winning. There is no winning
It's like
in
color
dyeing
theory.
my hair.
Color theory just like is upset with you every time you dye your hair.
Yeah, literally, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're wanting something that will hide your roots. We don't know what that color is. I'm like,
Uh-uh.
oh, okay.
You have to wait till you lose all the melanin in your hair before you can do that.
If we're gonna be wholly honest, the fucking Air Force has got me very close to that at this point. Every time I dye my hair, I'm like,
I'm at
God, that is.
bro.
There's so much gray that wasn't there before, and I am not old enough for this, and my family does not gray early. It took my mom a very long time to go gray. I blame stress.
Yeah.
So much stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oh
tell
my
Bill
goodness.
hello, even though he's backstage, because technical difficulties. Hello, Bill. We see you back there.
Can you hear them?
He's not listening to us anyway. He's changed. He's changed the station.
He's gone. Yeah. Hold on. There.
Nope, he's not looking. He
Dad.
doesn't care.
No, there's a delay
Yeah, but still.
There is a delay.
because I'm watching the actual YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I'm.
Yeah, but just say hi this way.
Hi! Bless! That's so
Oh
cute.
my goodness.
Good stuff. We're not calling ourselves Brown Valkyrie. Stop it.
I'm three
I just
sentences
said-
behind everybody else.
It's okay.
It's perfect. It's perfect. We love it.
Mhm.
I love the delay. It adds spice.
Adds friction.
Flavor. This
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
and I'm just gonna say this: I got gray in my mid-teens. I got white in my hair about 12 years ago, and I got accused of being late 20s, early 30s. The other
accurate,
day.
That's
actually.
the only reason.
Like,
No,
I-
I'm-
Goodness.
Size
I'm-
constantly being like every time size shows up and somebody's like guess size age, it's like 28, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, guess my age. And they're like 33. I'm like, bitch, hold up, stop this for a second. What the fuck? Also,
It
thank
was-
you, because I'm not 33, but what the fuck that size 27 over here in your brain, and I'm
Also-
6 years older.
Also,
shorter.
apparently, I am your son. According to
We don't talk
certain
about that.
voices.
This fucking, oh my god. The one person that said that, and he instantly was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I was like, there's no coming back from this.
It's like that. At least I think that's a better spin than what Dad and I get, because they'll just be like, they just assume that I'm his wife, because we get that a lot, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
try again.
You're like, wow, you could not have made that more awkward if you tried.
Yeah, where it's just
Okay.
like, it's like I always looked a little bit older than my age, and then Dad looks young for his age, so it's just like, it just happens. For people that aren't looking, because like when you know us, and like some people who just look at us, they see the similarities, but not all the time.
So I have a really
noticed...
funny thing to tell you,
Okay.
Shae, that I've never told you. So, at least I don't think you were out with us. So I was out with Mom, and I don't know if I look haggard as fuck that day, but someone assumed that Mom and I were together, and Mom is in her late 70s.
You did tell me about this.
Mom is in
You
her
told me
late
about this.
70s.
You're like, okay, so people over there think that I'm your son, and then meanwhile, I'm over here, I go out with Mom, and somebody thought I was her boy toy, and I was like... Just gonna leave that one alone.
Well,
Yeah, it was creepy as fuck. And now that I've mentioned it once publicly, I will never mention it again. And
Speaking of
And
Oedipus,
I will deny it ever happening. I know, right? Right. Well, so the thing that's really funny is I've been classified by a bunch of by anyone who's trying to guess my age. I've been classified as in my 20s for now I don't hit 20s, now people say 30s, and I think they hit 30s just because I make certain references and they're like, you can't be 20. Like, you can't be in your 20s for that shit.
Yeah.
That, and I definitely look a little bit, I look more jaded. So I clearly can't just be 20. I can't be anywhere in my 20s. I'm too jaded for that shit. I look a lot more like, fuck the world. They're like, that's a 30-year-old, if ever I did see one. Some frame in 30s.
Mm-hmm.
well,
It's the way that it's just like the energy you give off is such like a don't fuck with me energy that can only be learned through time.
The funny thing is I had that in my 20s too, but I just looked
you hadn't mastered it.
younger. Yeah, I guess it was too erratic. It came on too hot.
flawed.
Yeah, now
Nobody
it's just a
sharpened
literally
behind
like
me yet.
now it's just a don't fuck with me and we'll be fine. But if you fuck with me, it'll make
My
your
goodness.
entire world burn.
Yeah, because you and me had to walk through a sketchy part of town, and I was just like, I'm with Shae. I'm just.
Yeah, like cats like this, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? How you guys doing? Because clearly you're over here doing a fucking drug deal, and you know what? Don't mess with this shit. And they were just like,
It was so
have a good day.
It was so obviously a drug deal gone wrong.
Okay, hold on,
It's like,
hold
your
on.
car's right there. Your car's right there.
So I'm gonna share this story. I'm gonna share this story because people need to hear this. When Kat and Bill and I first met in person, you want to talk about somebody taking on like a motherly role? Kat was like, oh honey, because of where I was staying. Okay, now granted, I'm not gonna lie,
I would die.
I checked into this place. This place was not at all what it said it was. I booked it online, and it was like, oh, it's a hotel. It's over
Next to a
near.
nice place.
Yeah, like it's in a decent part of town. Like, bitch, no, negative, incorrect. Okay, this bitch was a motel. I 1,000% were. I was in a room that was between two rooms, one of which I'm pretty sure was a single mom with 7 kids that likely had just gotten evicted because they were fucking insane and running amok, and she was like non-existent. So I think that she was just like, mommy's gonna go into the bathtub and drink for a while, and y'all just stay the fuck away from me. I was getting there. The other room was 1,000% 2 guys who are very closeted gay that were just all night long. All night. It was loud. It was enthusiastic. And for some reason, my room and their room had an adjoining door that I not only locked, I blocked, and then I moved, like, I blocked it, like, the actual lock portion of it, so it couldn't be opened from the other side, and then I moved all the furniture in the room to in front of it, because I was like, if anybody tries, I just want to have plenty of leeway for me to arm myself with something. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna...
In case these 2 dudes decided to start violently fucking against the adjoining door.
There was that too. I did not have faith in that door surviving. No. So this is where Down Go Solo, I mean closeted in that they likely went home to their wives.
There was some shit pent up, is what Shae is saying.
It was aggressive. Like the wall was shaking. It was. So this was my first night. I stay there and I was like, "Dear Lord, I'm gonna die." And then Kat comes to.
It was your first and only night.
Yes, I was getting there. Because Kat came to get me and was like, "Oh, honey, no." And I was like, I didn't know where to stay. She's like, "Can you get all of your stuff immediately and then put it in my car and then you just don't come back here and you stay in my room?" And I was like, I don't want to be a bother. And Kat's like, "Get your fucking shit in my car." I was like,
yeah. Shae's on a video call with me from the fucking parking lot, and she's like, there are two dudes doing a drug deal, and I don't think they're happy about the fact that I'm just sitting in my car talking on the phone while they're doing the drug deal nearby.
There were several drug deals that happened while I was there for that very short amount of time. So like, we went back to my Roach Motel, so I could get into cosplay, which there's nothing better than getting into a cosplay that really, really accentuates your tits
in a shady
place where I'm fairly certain that women are trafficked from regularly. Like, it was... So we go walking to go there, and Kat was, like, walking with me. She drove, and then we parked over here, and we're walking down, and as we're walking down, I shit you not, we see this SUV that has one dude.
Big, huge, like, blacked out SUV.
That has one dude sitting in the back who looks like he just got his ass beat with his hands, which look like they're bound behind his back. Not something we can confirm, because it's not like we were taking note. we were taking note I want to make sure I can briefly describe these individuals in case something happens, but also I don't want to be caught looking.
Yes.
So we had a guy in the back. There was another guy up against the SUV,
like
chest against it, like somebody had just. And then there's like 3 guys around. One guy's on one side of the SUV, 2 guys are on the side with the guy that's pressed up against the SUV. And then these 2 little girls come walking by, and they like look at us, and this is how I'm
calling yourself little. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, because I'm in this situation. So this is how this happened, right? Like, I'm going from their perspective, like, oh, there's these 2 girls that are just come walking up, right? Mm-hmm. So here's the difference. Kat is, like, glued to my side, like, holy fuck. And I was like,
gotta go.
Like, I'm walking, and I do the thing that I do when my alarm bells go off, which is I make sure that people understand that I have taken note of them.
Yeah.
Extensively, and so I proceed to very loudly say hello to them.
Yeah, just being like just a friendly pass by, and it's just
hi, how are you guys doing today? And they like looked at me and they were like, pretty good. You guys just come from where? I was like, oh, it's just the convention that's just down the street. That's where we came from. They were like, cool.
And we're
cool.
People are expecting us.
Bye.
Yeah, and then we go up and we go into the room, and Kat's like, "Get all of your shit right now. Like, you are not staying here. First off, they now know what room you're in. Like, negative.
We are leaving.
We are leaving immediately." So then I come,
I just made a good friend. I'm not losing you.
But yeah, no. So the thing that was really hilarious is when we came back down, they were gone, and I'm fairly certain they were like, I think that they might have got the license plate, which is very ambitious of them to think, because I don't think either one of us clocked the license plate. I simply clocked, it was a giant black SUV that you couldn't see through the windows, and there were 5 guys, 2 of which looked like they were having a very bad day, and I'm fairly certain that we were interrupting a drug deal that had gone very south.
Just any deal gone south.
There's so many deals it could have been that went very south.
Where it's like, that could have been loan sharks, that could have just been just like, you insulted my mother, that could have been so many things.
You stepped out on... my sister is the one with the 7 kids in the room next to this bitch.
And
There
it's
have
just
been chats
and
that kind of tie into this, but I need to get to the 7-minute-old chat that
Okay,
I
I'm
back
sorry.
up from.
okay.
That's okay. That's okay. It's your birthday. Do what the fuck you want.
Thank you.
I would just like to remember
Damn
that our
It's your
chat is
day.
still going. Down Go Solo would have guessed 29 for both of us, and he's met us in person.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Add 10 years.
Mike McMahon said happy birthday, and he's going to re-up his membership. Let's see.
Yay! Thank you, Mike.
Matt LaRock says happy birthday.
Thank you, Matt.
He also
Appreciate.
says that your studio looks amazing, Kat.
Thank you.
Oh. Having physically been there in person, can confirm, is amazing.
Yeah.
Travis
Is
also
amazing.
said maybe the wives have the next room. What I'm thinking is the woman with the 7 kids who was crying and getting drunk in the bathtub and letting her kids run amok was the wife of one of those 2 gay guys that were pounding it out on the other side. So
A little bit.
that's
Look, I'm
probably
just
why she-
saying. And the funny thing is Kat came up and I was explaining to her what I had heard. And while we were sat there, it started up again. And she was like, dear Lord. And I went, all night. She was like, once
Like,
again, get all of your shit.
again. Pack yourself.
We are leaving. We are leaving. We are not doing this.
My goodness.
Travis
such
doesn't
an
care
aggressive
about
place.
the chances of death and just wants to know if the room rates were good.
No, actually, no. The room rates were
It's
fucking
worse.
terrible. And here's the worst part, is they refused to even entertain the idea of reimbursing me.
Mm-hmm.
They basically told me to get fucked.
Yep.
Almost in those words.
Oh yeah,
Then didn't
they
you
don't
go to
care.
like Priceline, whoever the fuck it was, and complain to them?
They also told me to get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It
I
was
thought you got your money back.
no. Nope. Every avenue of being reimbursed told me to go fuck myself. And I was
I would
like,
charge-
well,
Charge back.
I considered it, but then I was like, I was going to pay this anyway, and I just got to stay in much nicer accommodations, hanging out with Kat. So that was just,
Yeah.
it was
and snuggle
fine.
with her
Yeah,
dog.
and it's like
I
from
did-
now, and from like from
I got to
now
snuggle with
on.
Waffle.
Yeah, Waffle loved hanging out with you.
He was so cute.
He'd just be like, "Oh no, wiggle, 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 wiggle into your arm."
He was totally happy, and then I flipped over, and he was like, "This bitch does not know how this works around here," and then got off and went and slept on your face, and I was like, "That's fair,
Yeah.
Waffle. I get it." Like,
Is that,
Waffle
is
was
that
just
your
like,
beauty
"No."
routine? You just have a dog sleeping on your face, and that just seals in the moisture. No wonder your skin is so dewy.
That's why Kat is so young and
Yes.
Because I use a
Vibrant.
dog.
No,
it's
Oh
the
my
dog
goodness.
pack.
Because her
Like
face
how-
isn't even exposed to air for half of her life.
For
No.
10 years at a time, I just have a dog.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But now I know definitely for sure where it's just like, I'll just invest in like a really big air mattress. That way I can just like, here you go, Shae. Boom.
I
Because you're super tall. So it's like your feet would dangle off my bed.
mean,
if
the
needed
couch,
to.
the couch worked.
Yeah, but it's
So-
just like, it's really funny seeing you just be like,
I just like, hugged my knees.
because you're so tall. But it's just like, I
Shae.
need to get one for guests anyway. So it's just like, I'll just get a
You
big
can
king
also
size one.
keep your zip up air mattress in your trunk.
Yeah, I could. I actually have a
Mhm.
king size air mattress.
Yes, Lee.
And
how
I
is the
have-
air mattress.
Leak knows.
so
It's like-
the year that me and my friend we went to Kamehacon, we stayed at a hotel, and the website, oh, nice pictures, swimming pool, and all that. Hell no, it was under construction,
Mm-mm.
and also on top of that, we had an adjoining room with someone else, but that they sealed off that door. Like the latch was broken off, so no one could actually go through. But the desk was still pushed out in front of it. But the person on that side of the room, it was either a person or a couple. Very rowdy.
I mean, like, look, get your freak on. I get it. Like, you're not at home. These aren't your walls. You don't gotta worry about it. Like, neighbors can't hear you. It's cool. Like, whatever. I get it. But, like, also, does it have to literally be all fucking night and then again in the fucking morning and then at 2 in the fucking afternoon? Like, bro, his butthole needs a break. Okay? Give him a minute.
So
Shae. Oh my
after
goodness.
all,
Oh, you go
after
first.
After all that happened, I was like, you know what? Just wrote down on a little slip of paper, 9 out of 10, slid it under their door, and we left for the day.
I was so like part of me wanted to go and pound on the door and be like, could you?
They would
Maybe.
have never heard it over the other.
They wouldn't have. I had to, like, when Kat came over, I flipped on, because they started up again, so I flipped on the cartoons, and it was literally blaring, and she was like,
that's right.
She was like, whoa, and I went, this is what I fell asleep to last night, because this was better than that. So I fell asleep to Cartoon Network, cranked to like 60.
My goodness. Once again, pack up all your shit.
Kat literally by the end of it was packing up my stuff for me while I was still getting ready, and she was like, are you done with this? Put. She's like, oh, don't forget your charging cable over there, just wrap that up and put it in there. She's like, well, everything's packed.
You should have written a note and slipped it under the door and just been like, look, I stayed next door to you, but holy fuck, are you guys filming gay porn in there or what?
I didn't want to engage. I was very concerned it was gonna.
With everything else going on in the building, it's just like
wanted to leave.
Mm-mm.
See,
those poor kids had to have been scarred for life running around that place.
That door opens up and a 6'8" huge black dude named Marquise comes out. And
I shit you not, I was waiting.
A tiny little 5'4" white guy.
In my head, that's what it was. In my head, that is exactly what was happening.
And the little guy is the top.
I was gonna say,
yeah, 100%. He's the top. He's the top for sure.
But we had something like that happen too. It's just like, even though it was like a nice hotel, it's like because David and I go to conventions together just for fun. It's like he brings me up just for fun. So we went to Otakon, and it was the people next door were going so loud. It's just like, it was just so annoying. But then David got super duper drunk, and he accidentally mixed like hard liquor like with normal beer, and so his stomach was gone. And so for about like from midnight to 3 a.m. he was just so he vomited so loudly that they stopped.
They were like, oh, that's got me entirely out of the mood. How rude of them. You're like, yeah.
So I was just like, dude, you hurled enough that they stopped.
It's like, David, the power of hurling.
You never go beer to liquor, you always go liquor to beer.
Yeah, he went. He kept going back and forth the whole time. Because we were jumping from different parties, and every party had different alcohol. So he was just being like, people would be like, "Here, you have this. You just got here," and he'd be like, "Awesome."
Be like, "That sounds great." Starts drinking it. What is it? Like,
he was too late. He was perfectly holding it together until we were about 2 blocks away from the hotel. As soon as we were 2 blocks away, he went like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Oh no!"
So here's the funny part. Shae and I have been to several cons now together, and we have never been to a room party together. Isn't that crazy?
I would not have known about any room parties if it wasn't for David. David is the one that's like a total social butterfly. It's like he'll talk to everybody at a con. Like he'll make conversation with people so well, and then he comes back to me and just like, I got invited to 3 parties, and I'm just like,
I mean, to be fair though, I did get us invited to a party. I just didn't think it would be a good idea to go.
Wait, did you tell me about this?
And especially like for here in like Virginia Beach specifically, it's like the parties are not up to par with being pretty cool, especially with strangers. It's like it's pretty.
I don't think
pretty
you
lame.
told me about it.
I probably didn't. So it was one of the guys that we like bonded with because we were in charge of giving everyone their guest badges and stuff. So like all of the.
It was one of those.
It was one of those, yeah.
So
it was the one who was like, private. Make sure that you find me and whatever. And so like I found him, and he was really nice to talk to. We were sitting there like bullshitting and everything, and then all of a sudden he like starts handing me. He was like, "Hey, take a copy of this comic that I've got." And I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks." So he gives me a copy of his comic, and then he gives me his card, and then he's like, "Oh wait, let me follow you on Instagram really quick." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, I'm all for, you know, like, this is all good, everything's above board. And then, like, randomly he messages over, I think it was over Instagram, and he was like, hey, are you guys going to the Ringos tonight? And I was like, no, we're not working for the Ringos or anything like that this go around. We're doing other stuff. And he was like, oh, well, a bunch of us are going to go out bar hopping after the Ringos. Dude, the Ringos start at like fucking 8 or 9 at night. Hey!
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shae.
Yay!
Thank you, David! Oh, so sweet!
Is that a single mini wheat?
Oh.
One mini wheat. That's all you get. He brought you one mini wheat and then ate
But then he
it.
ate it!
How dare he?
Is that the one from the fridge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The one from the fridge.
You had one mini wheat in a fridge?
Color my
And then, of course, he wipes the crumbs off on your chair.
Yes, yes. Under the guise of patting your shoulder, he wipes the mini wheat dust off on you.
Oh, David's getting found. I was called out on everything.
So it's like we got like a huge container of mini wheats today from the grocery store, and we have like one of those like, you know, like fancy like clear plastic containers with the lid on top so that you can just like pour it in and just see the cereal.
Yeah,
instead of
Shae
the
has
box.
12 of
Yeah,
those.
so it's just like
Yeah.
it didn't match up because this was like a family size box. So there was like a whole bowl of cereal like worth
Extra.
of mini wheats, but none of us wanted it yet. So my dad just stuck it in the fridge.
As opposed to the counter, where it could have been fine.
As
You put it
opposed
in
to
the
a Ziploc
fridge where
bag, you fucking heathens.
Where that would have been better, yes.
Yeah, I'm just like I pick my battles. That's not one I'd fight.
Cat's like, look, he's not getting his coffee in his underwear in the morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep Dad from wandering through the house in his underwear while we're streaming. So, you know.
So it's just
Look,
like, so if mini
my
wheats
dad
in the
used to.
fridge is what it takes to keep peace in this house, I'll do it.
That's fair. That's fair. I love my dad so much. He was such an amazing man. One thing that was the most scarring that he used to do is every morning when I was in high school, because I was as tall as my dad, if not taller, in high school. Like, I've been 6'1" since I was like 16. My dad would wake up in the morning and he slept in his whitey tighties. Cool, whatever, man. You do you. Great, fine. But he would get up to get coffee and he would put on cowboy boots so he would be taller than me. But never pants. So he'd put on cowboy boots with his whitey tighties and go make coffee, which means my ass, first thing in the morning, exhausted as shit, turns around and just goes, oh, why? And my dad's like, good morning, honey. I was like, why no pants, man?
It was
He's
a
like,
power
'cause
move.
he literally went, he goes,
asserting dominance
it's
in the
my
1980s.
house. It's like, it's my house. I don't have to wear pants. And I was like, could you, before you put shoes on, maybe? And he was like, my feet were cold. I'm like, bullshit, you're worried I'm taller than you. He's like, no, my toes were cold. I was like, socks, man, socks. There's no reason. So many other things.
My goodness.
And then he would make coffee and then he'd go back to bed and wait for the coffee to brew.
Oh my
Rest
goodness.
assured that if I had met your dad, I would have walked out from the basement in my underwear to greet him in the morning.
I would not have let you do that. Bloodshed is not what I'm looking for first thing in the morning.
Let's even the odds. Boom.
The creator's outlet, and this is why Shae or Jinx. The last thing, the sigh, that is the why.
Again.
Sigh makes
Catch
me
up on the
dirty.
chat. They're roasting you about many weeks.
And walking around in his underwear in the house.
No, that wasn't him. That was a fictional version of Bill that we created for our benefit.
Yes, hence how he's getting tore the fuck up.
True.
I refuse to read, you heretics.
It's a visual
Mini
medium.
weeds
Do you
do
need
not
me to draw?
belong.
Do you need me to draw a fucking doodle?
How are you gonna draw? You're not on camera. You're gonna draw and then hand it to me, and I'm gonna have to be like, "Boo, this is what Sai just drew for you."
I will draw Bulgy too. And
We
upload
didn't
that
have
shit.
Ziploc. Trash bag. Oh
I will
no!
I will do it.
It's my birthday stream. I thought we would get by without Bulgy.
And you thought wrong. Happy
Bulgy
birthday,
ruins
Shae.
everything. Thanks.
Bulgy is the savior.
Lies and slander.
Pain and suffering.
Bulgy
is
sold for like
inevitable.
$50, so I don't want to hear a fucking thing.
We don't gotta talk about how the fact that your Bulgy sold for more than my fucking canvas painting in the same auction, okay? Thank you. Asshole.
Look at Cat's face.
The best part is Cat's like, I might have been on Bulgy though. Cat's like, I might have done it. It might have been me.
On my burner,
No,
on
no.
my burner account.
Bulgy wasn't veiny enough in the nether regions.
Oh,
my gosh.
I'm so sorry, Cat. I can't control
Cat.
Sai. You know this.
Huh?
I am
Yes.
still so happy that I got that art from you.
Yeah.
The one that I say this a chick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The one that Sai has lovingly named androgynous. That,
Mhm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
which you know what, pretty boys and slightly masculine women. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
They're. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same vein.
The plumbing does differ, but
Well, yeah, but you didn't get all the plumbing, so
I didn't. The sketch wasn't
Yeah.
big enough.
no.
an add-on,
The
it's
sketch
okay.
the sketch stopped just before the plumbing. See, it's like those little paper dolls. Really, all it is you need Cat to draw a variety of bottoms.
Yes,
you can
there
just-
go.
That way you can just.
Yeah,
Right.
you remember those books, right,
Yeah.
Cat? Where you picked the top and then you picked the bottoms. You
Yeah,
picked
and
the
then
shoes.
it had all the tabs, and you could just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this one, and then the fifth shirt from the back, and the second pants from the
Yeah.
top, and the ninth shoes. That's what I want.
Yes.
A
A variety of bottoms.
Toku, yes.
Yes. Sai has a plethora of bottoms.
So
A plethora
if you
of tops.
no. Well,
No,
I
it's only-
actually do have a plethora of tops, but
I was about to
only
say,
one
it's just like.
bottom. Only one bottom. That's all I'm saying. I'm not expanding on it. Stop looking expectantly, Shae.
Expound! No. We're
You
fine.
must expand.
Okay. So
Terrible.
Ow, you little shit.
your birthday
Oh,
wish is
little-
granted.
Were you attacked?
I got a new kitty and he bit the shit out of my fucking toe.
I thought your kitten was.
You got
a
your
girl.
dogs out around your cat?
Huh?
The dogs.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
your kitten was a girl.
Yeah,
this is
the lady
exactly
gave
the way
me-
I took it. A variety. Sai has a variety of bottoms.
That's what I was saying. That's why.
You know,
That's why I
do
said
have
it the
a
way I
few
said it.
simps. A few simps.
You
Them
are
go
not.
around
They're
me.
not bottoming for you. That isn't a thing.
That the paycheck would have to be huge.
The
Run up
paycheck would be
money.
non-existent.
And-
Could not
and-
be big enough for you to.
And then,
Mm.
after I made them put on the blindfold, I'd tag Leak in. Take one for the team, Leak. Here's $400.
No. It's gonna have to be more than $400 fucking dollars.
Leak's like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to be able to buy me a cyber truck in order for me to be okay with that.
Hell no. it's
Not
boring.
with that attitude. Toku. You know what? No. Sai is a strong, independent they, and they can do whatever they want and take whatever consequence comes of it.
Sai would never jeopardize their amazing partnership in order to do something so skeevy
But
as,
Sai
as to be a hula.
will con you out of money.
Yeah.
That is accurate. Sai will 100% find somebody to tag in for them.
Yep.
Tread, look at Woodrow. Tread carefully. Woodrow just went, I saw the look Shae just gave you. Be careful. Danger.
Yeah, what is that they call it? Harsh terrain? Yeah, I'm in the middle of harsh
Hazardous terrain.
terrain. Yeah.
difficult
every hex
terrain
surrounding me is difficult terrain.
Mhm.
I will also tease you with photographs that strategically contain no nudity. But that's
that I don't care about. Feel free.
thank you, Woodruff. Always bring rope.
Difficult.
No, I bring the handcuffs that like a 600-pound guy couldn't get out of.
Oh my god.
It just reminds
Happy
me of,
birthday,
like,
Thank
you, Maromi.
It's like I'm imagining like Kung Fu Panda, where they're just like 8-point acupuncture cuffs, like just like. Tut.
Yeah, they
Look,
make some
every now and
really
then,
crazy
though,
shit.
if you get hit with the right acupuncture, it really does seize up your entire fucking body.
Oh yeah, it's like pulling that one nose hair that's like connected to your soul. It's just like
You're like, oh god, that was really in there. I didn't think it was that
Yeah.
connected to me.
It's like they have some that are like on the bottom of your feet where they're just like, okay, if you do this point, you're
have
going
nose hair
you're
on
gonna
the
feel like
bottom
you
of your
just
feet?
died. And I'm just like, huh?
How did you get nose hair on the bottom of your feet, Kat?
Sigh.
Don't make
Sigh
fun
is
of people with disabilities, Sai, okay? Hairy feet, no.
Oh my god.
Hey, you guys.
Kat is really a Wookiee.
Wow.
She
It's
just has a
like-
really
I have to step
amazing
into
hair
a
removal routine.
I have to step into a vat of acid every morning, just like. Shae knows. She keeps my secrets.
I know nothing. I know not what you speak
no.
of.
The fucking
It never
hobbit.
happened.
This is a hobbit.
You got hobbit feet.
Dude, it's like next to Shae, I do look like proportionally a hobbit. It's amazing.
But that's the best picture in the fucking world. The 3
Yes.
series picture is my absolute favorite picture that I think I've ever taken. Just because it's so cute.
Shae, at some point, can I be a hobbit and you are like tall, sexy Gandalf or something? Like that'd be fun.
Yes! Done! Oh my god, done!
No.
Oh!
That'd be so funny.
Be like Galadriel or something like that. Really tall, sexy elf.
No, Gandalf.
No.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What,
Have you wait.
You want her to rule your fellowship? Is that what you're saying?
No, her
The
ring
ring.
specifically.
I wasn't going there. I thought about going there, but
I was because I think it's funny, and I know, and Kat and I are comfortable enough that we can say that kind of shit to each other.
Yeah, it's
No. So have you ever seen any of Rachel Maxey's YouTube
Yes.
videos or anything?
I saw her sexy.
I was gonna say, did you see her sexy Gandalf? Because I'm just saying.
It's like that, and then I get to be like a little hobbit, but I want to get those shoes that look like the big feet.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's just like it's like to be so like aesthetically like making yourself basically like ugly because you're just gonna get like the big nose and like the thing like that. It'd be so funny.
I love this plan, and I think it would be hilarious, and I am so down for it.
That would be really, really funny.
It would be, no, seriously, tell me that would not be one of the funniest fucking photo shoots that we could ever do.
It's
Like,
just but it's like we'll go on the beach, like somewhere they never went.
Yeah, we'll go someplace that's gonna be like ridiculously sexy for some reason, and then it'll be that. It'll be like
Just pure
We'll make
comedy.
we'll make you like a really like cute, sexy hobbit with the giant feet and the hair on the feet and everything. So it's just a little. It's like this is and then I will do the sexy Gandalf with the long beard, but then the boobies
And a
up and
bikini.
out.
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh!
It's like you
Oh,
have
row.
the cloak, but then you're just like, whoa.
I'm just like I'll be like this in the cloak and I'll be like, and I'll just see the beard in a bikini.
I'll
Ow.
be Frodo on the side going like, oh.
It'll be amazing. It's the best fucking.
That'd be
Oh my.
so funny.
Oh, it's happening. Oh no, Kat. We just added to my thing, and it's oh no. It has to
Kat, I
happen.
sent
We
you a
got
DM
time.
of what heavy duty handcuffs look like.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm
And
checking.
Shae, check out your DM because I sent you something that Kat sent me back in January. And that's the kind of beefy, androgynous, sexy that Kat does. It's amazing.
Oh, those ones that it's just like it looks like you could like hold Killer Croc. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, I'm seeing in the chat is like someone's asking how tall I am, and I'm just like, I'm not super
Tiny.
short.
Tiny.
I'm 5'4", which isn't like the shortest. Like it's pretty like average. But
Tiny.
especially next to Shae in 6-inch heels, I was a hobbit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Toku. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No!
No!
Like,
Oh no!
Especially because then it'd be white. Because it's Gandalf.
But would you be Gandalf the White or Gandalf the Gray?
Either way, that's gross.
Either way, still, yeah. But
Half and half.
I thought exit. You're only half enlightened.
It depends. I'll be gray here and white.
Oh my god, I can just see you like gluing cotton balls as a happy trail all the way down to the top of the bikini.
No. So
Look, okay. So where I go and get tattooed, this chick was getting a tattoo like basically on her ass, back of thigh area, right?
yeah.
So she has to come in something rather revealing. Like she has to
Oh,
at
yeah.
least have something revealing on underneath, right?
Yeah.
And so she shows up in this tiny little skirt
Mm-hmm.
with this underwear, and I shit you not, this chick stuffed like a fucking toupee in her underwear. And so when she got up on the thing and she like
They
puts her
see
butt
it.
towards the guy, it was just this, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she takes it out and she threw it at him, and he was like, "Oh god, why?" And she was just like, "I thought you'd appreciate the joke." And I just sat there and was like, I sincerely hope that you guys are like really old friends and that this wasn't just a random fucking client, because if it was, like, wow.
You have to be
Wow, that
you
is-
have to be really cool to pull that off to a stranger. Like,
And that's the thing is, like, I didn't get cool vibes off of her. I got the, like, I desperately am trying to recapture my youth and
vibe.
drink a lot of Bud Light vibes.
Like a prankster vibe instead.
It was more like it reminded me a lot of my mom's, or my friend's mom, who was the cool mom in high school and basically just got
trying-
drunk all the time
Just trying
and
too
fucked a
hard.
lot of guys.
Trying to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was the vibe I got off of her, and so I was like, I sincerely hope that you guys are good friends, because otherwise,
This is awkward.
it is bad.
There's only it's like in certain, like, the spirit of it is like I love pranks, even like on strangers, but it has to be within like a certain level of, like, you can't be uncool to somebody like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with people being funny and all that, but I want people to know that I thanks to my whole like ADHD brain, I can, like, my mood will flip very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a very specific mood that I will hit where nothing that you do is going to be funny. And so if you try to be funny in those moments, you can ask Sai. Sai's tried to be funny in those moments and it's been like, I see that this is not going to work today. And I'm like, nope. And they're like, I love you. I'm going to go do the dishes. And I'm like, okay, that will work. Thank you. Like, that has made me feel happy. Like, I feel like such a psycho bitch, but like, there's times where I'll just hit that mood
The
and I'm like,
Emperor is displeased. Go do the
exactly. Exactly.
But I get that
Mm.
because just like I don't have ADHD, but it's just like I have the lower version of just like those feelings. So it's definitely a thing of just like even me, somebody without ADHD, it's just like that flips on me like that too, and I'm mad about it, and I'm just like, I don't want to be there when Shae's being mad.
Yeah, and I try really hard. I try to keep it in check because I know that when I hit those moments, I'm a bitch. Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys being all nice and everything, but I am kind of a psycho bitch. So I do appreciate that everybody is like, yeah, I do need help and support. Thank you, Sai.
I think there was like one or two times during the convention where it's just like when we first met, where I had to like, I grabbed your hand and I'm just like, it's gonna be okay. You don't gotta get too angry, because there was one dude pushing your buttons.
Oh, that dude. So that dude, the problem that I had with him is that he then turned around and said some of the creepiest, not okay shit
being creepy, yeah,
to another cosplayer, and I got Mama Bear.
And I'd be like, Shae,
fine.
stand down.
Yeah, I was like, and Kat's like,
breathe.
You're so pretty. Stop. Be happy. You're in the moment. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I felt it. And the worst part is when you come across people that that are definitely on the spectrum and don't realize what they're saying is not okay.
Yeah,
it's so hard because I want to hit the you can't fucking say that, but then I'm like, you also don't understand why.
Yeah.
Which makes this awkward because now I want to help you and nurture you to understand why, but also I kind of want to fucking strangle you because you shouldn't be saying this shit.
Yeah, where it's just especially because it's he was very obviously on the spectrum. I was just like, Shae, stand down.
I tried. I did. Yeah. Luckily, I didn't end up saying anything to him.
Because you still need to show a certain amount of discipline and consequences for even somebody on the spectrum. But definitely. But it was definitely I was trying to have empathy, where it's oh, maybe he has no idea that he's being creepy. So
yeah, well, and then he did chill the fuck out later, but it took the girl looking at him and being like,
bruh,
and just walking away from him, and her boyfriend pulling her in close for him to go, oh,
yeah,
what I said was not taken correctly, and then he was fine, but
and he was younger too, so it was
he was,
so it was just
okay.
It's just
it was just one of those moments where I was like, I can't. This is why I don't people for this exact reason.
Shae, I don't remember if I told you, but it's I got off of my medication, so because I was on antidepressant for almost 10 years. So it's I'm off of that now.
Okay.
And it's just I'm doing great, fantastic. It's just I can.
Thank goodness.
I can
yeah, that's awesome.
But in the same way with an antidepressant, it keeps you from getting too low. I also couldn't feel super extreme,
super happy
either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're in this weird buffer. So I was just I'd really like to feel happy. That'd be great. So I started weaning off. I got off of it. But now, because before my emotions would be down the street, it was easy to ignore certain things, but now it's under my bed, they're loud. I didn't realize how much of an anger issue I have.
Emotions now.
I'm so
she does emotions now.
I am so angry about so many things. I had
oh
no
my
idea.
God. Oh, we need to go out to dinner. I need to hear all of this because I can guarantee I know what some of it is, and it's I
it
will be good
so
for you.
Angry, but David's been helping me a lot because David is so patient and he's very, very kind.
That's Sai. Sai is patient, not so much the kind, but the patient.
Kind to you.
Kind to me, yes.
But
babe, I love you, but you're a bitch. You know it.
I'm not a bitch to you.
I didn't say to me. All the time. See, Kat knows. You're not a bitch to me.
It's all in good fun.
Free hugs for everyone.
Free hugs.
No, okay.
Don't hug
So
me.
I'm a bitch to people who need someone to be a bitch to them. That's really honestly what it is.
I'm usually pretty good at.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at keeping it chill. The problem is when I first meet somebody, I hit weird levels of anxiety where I don't know how to hone it in, and then sometimes I default to when I was a teenager and I felt overly aggressive about everything, and then when I hit that level, I'm like, I don't like this girl. Why am I this girl? This girl sucks. She's so fucking psycho. I just need her to chill, and I can't just pull it back as easy. That was what was happening when I first met you, because I was so excited to meet you and Belle, and I was like, oh my God, these are my people. I love them so much. And then I rubber banded into a really weird place where I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 13 again. This is not where I want to be. 13, I was really grumpy about everything and wanted to fight everybody and never got in a fight, and it was weird. It was very aggressive.
Yeah, but it's just because I have my own like thing with like social anxiety. So it's like I saw it because I was anxious too, because I'm just like, it's like it's like we talk so much online. It's like I know I like you as a person, so it's just getting over this icebreaker part of seeing each other in real life. And then once like one day passed, it's like it for me. It's just like we're chilled. It's like she's exactly
like, everything's fine.
You always have the fear that this person is different in person than online. Even though you talk to each other face to face online, where it's just like, okay, when there's no cameras on you, do you still act the same? So
yeah, exactly.
It was really cool that I'm just like, Shae is the exact same person, and I was just like, hell yeah.
Well, and when Lee came to stay with us when the con happened, it's like he got to see Shae and Sai, like without the lights, without the cameras. Just being us, and he's
no different.
He quickly found out that we do not put on airs.
He literally hosted, like at one point, Leek literally had said in one of the streams that we did right after, it was like, they're exactly the same, like all day. Like I think that we got in an argument.
I was so happy about it because it's like there's been a lot of people where it's like even within just the context of like this. It's just like when we are like at a convention or we're doing live streams like this, it's like you do get a little bit of like that stage adrenaline where it's just like I'm myself, I'm just being a bit more like boisterous.
Yeah, I'm more I'm more boisterous.
Yeah, it's just like you're trying to be entertaining. So there is a level of that to it, but it's just more of me. It's not left.
It's not a character.
No. Where
that's the thing I
found it weird because it's just like you and me met, and then once that ice was broken, we were so weird.
It was
got
great.
Weird immediately.
It was amazing.
Dude, I was fighting for parking, but I have a little car. I have a Fiat 500, so I can like zip in.
She's a tiny. You should see how fucking hilarious it was me getting out of that car. I looked like I could put it in my back pocket. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's basically like
the chair was all the way back, leaned back, and Shae's knees are still like to her face.
I'm like, it's fine. I love it. Like, hugging my knees.
Just like, let's go. But it's just
let's get this clown car moving. Where are the pedals?
But I'm trying to find parking, and then Shae just yells at every car in our way.
Get the fuck out of the way! We need to park here!
Okay. As someone who drove from Virginia to Maryland with Shae in the passenger seat,
I am such a bad passenger. I'm so sorry.
Let me tell you,
I'm a horrible passenger.
Shae turns into a different person in that seat.
Different human.
I'm such a bad passenger. I am so sorry. First off, if you need me to help you with directions, I am not your girl.
Nope.
Cannot help you out of a wet paper bag.
Nope.
No. Ways exist for a reason.
Which was great yesterday when Shae was the one holding the fucking map to where everything was at Ren Fair. Let me tell you.
That was just because I had a back pocket.
Exactly.
So I just kept giving you the thing. Sorry,
and let me tell you, Shae. I'm getting different pants for next year. That's all I'm saying. Either that or I'm going to get my actual Harley Davidson brand leather pants that I paid over $300 for altered so I can fit in them. Because that was high school weight, which was many dozens of pounds ago. That being said, we failed to find anything. Any single thing that we were looking for at all for the entirety. And that was fine. That was fine. We made do, and it was great. But yes, Shae is amazing in the passenger seat.
I am a nervous wreck in the passenger seat.
I got screamed at when we were on a 2-lane unmarked country road, which is where her fucking map app directed us to avoid a crash on a certain highway. And there was a huge truck coming in the other direction, and this road was not big enough for 2 vehicles. First of all, Shae's yelling that I needed to get the fuck over because we were too close and we were going to hit the truck, and then yelled at me because we were getting ready to go a little bit off-road to avoid the huge fucking truck coming directly at us.
It's like, no!
Damned if I do. Damned if I don't. So no, but Shae was great. Shae was great. I understand how some people are with that loss of control and
of course.
I'm a control freak. I am 100% a control freak. If y'all have ever,
it's like I'm such a passenger princess for most of the time, but it's because just like David and I will drive far away to conventions. It's like the way David drives, I actually am just like, sometimes I'm just like, if you don't slow down, I'm just gonna roll out of this car. Like it's because he likes to speed through it, and I'm just like, no.
It's so weird. I think it's because I know how I drive, and so I'm okay with if I do something stupid and get us in an accident, then I'm like, that was my bad. But when I'm in a car, especially if I'm in my car and another person is driving it,
the control thing, definitely.
I have a really hard time relinquishing that control because I'm like, but if you crash my car, I'm fucked.
Yeah, it's like you definitely yielded a lot to me that time because it's just like, it's my car and it's just like, I know all the roads. You don't have to look up anything. And
I didn't know shit, and so you were like, hey, did we turn? I was like, I have no idea. No clue what direction we turned. Where is your hotel? There somewhere.
No. Here's why you lucked out, Kat. Shae couldn't see over her knees in your car, but in her car, she had a perfect view from that passenger seat.
She was like, I don't know. My goodness.
Yeah.
I think that's when the it's like our caca thing actually came into life. It was because you yelled that at a car.
I did. I screamed at one of the cars. You
like,
said what it was is you said that you were like, I'm a hawk. I'm like a hawk fighting these spots, and I went caca, and you were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know.
But then
we do it on the
that was our
floor.
fault.
It felt right.
No, so here's the thing is what actually happened is I cacawed and I went, dear God, Shae. Like in my head, I was like, dear God, Shae, you just met this girl and you're already gonna have her be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you know what Kat did? Kat went, caca! And I went, ah! She's like, people! And then we did it on the con floor. Yeah, there was like no hesitation. Like I did it and you were like, yes! We are cacawing this bitch!
And especially because it was one of those times where it was like 1 in the afternoon for the convention when we were coming back. So people were fighting for parking. So you have to be a hawk.
It was murder.
You gotta be sharp about it. So I was just like, I saw something and there's a big shrub. I didn't see someone there. So I just went, whoop, but then I saw that somebody was right there. I was just faster. And Shae was just like, caca! At bay.
Yeah, it was like, great.
That's her sonic stun weapon.
The best part is later on, we ended up having a callback. We ended up randomly having a callback because I was somewhere on the con floor and I cacawed and fucking Kat heard me and cacawed back, and I was like, anyone who just heard these two cacaws just went, what the fuck is happening?
What's going on?
And I was like, Kat's weird meets my weird. I'm okay with this. Like, we're good now.
It is a
symbiotic weirdness.
That was not even in the top 10 of weird things people wondered about from the con.
No! It was, the difference was I was dressed as Nira X pirate version, and I cacawed loudly. And I am a loud person. Oh, yeah. So when I cacaw with vengeance on a con floor that is a warehouse with cement, it will echo
up at the echo.
Yes, it just echoed through the entire convention, and then I heard this tiny little caw back because Kat's smaller.
Really quick.
My goodness, but it's funny because like I heard it, and then it's like luckily I wasn't talking to somebody immediately, but I stopped what I was doing and I was like,
Kat, really quickly, tell your dad I'm still using this as my avatar.
Okay. Hey dad, look. It's still their avatar.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
I also wanted to reiterate that in the group chat in member circle, Neff wished you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Neff.
Either Neff or
Frequency Girl.
One of the two.
Or both of you.
Yes. Also read the last 3 chats. They're funny. Totally e-thoughting.
I saw that.
I'm gonna go see if there's ice in the ice maker with which to do a drink for myself. Even though no one has bought a drink for us, that's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
In anticipation.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to catch up on all the chats that Sai was yelling at me to catch up on.
Mhm.
Just 3. The last 3 in StreamYard.
I already read them.
Okay. Then
So
you said-
Shae.
there was nothing so Shae.
Shae.
Yeah.
Shae. I'm going back to school in the spring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are you getting a degree in?
I'm just gonna do a general studies so I can just hop around because I don't
Nice.
need a degree. I just wanted to go back to school for a couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically once I retire, that's what I'll be doing with my GIBL is just taking the courses that I
Yeah.
feel interested in taking.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
already
like-
have 2 associates and a bachelor's and
Yeah, and
really
it's just
neat.
like I already have a solid career in like doing the art stuff that I'm going
Right.
to expand on and do different things. So I just wanted to just enjoy my life and just have more school stuff. And
Yeah.
I just wanted the student email address so she could get a discount on fucking Adobe. Holy shit.
yes.
accurate. Holy fuck.
Even though Adobe stuff is just like I wouldn't. I left everything Adobe. It's like I moved to
Fair.
everything else because just like I'm just like you guys have turned into a supervillain. This isn't.
Accurate. Much like StreamYard.
Yeah, and it's just like the program. It's just like
Yeah, you fucking bastards.
you're paying that much money for a program that they're actively making worse all the
Yeah.
time. So I'm just like, no. I'll get my money
Yeah.
elsewhere.
shit.
And then the fact that they tried Adobe, like as you know, Adobe Photoshop, like as the company, they tried to make it a thing so that anything that you make on their platform, they have trademark rights over immediately.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm just like, bruh, nuh-uh.
Like, that's cute.
That's cute.
Go ahead and
But we'll
fuck
see.
around
then
with
they
my
got
shit.
the-
Let's see what
Then they
happens.
got a fucking class action lawsuit out of it, so.
Yeah.
Because it's not legal.
No.
Not legal to do. You can't
Not
do
at
that.
all. Along with that, they had the class action lawsuit because people that were signing up for like a trial,
Mhm.
it's just like, you know, you sign up for a specific thing when you have like, you know, a 1 week, 1 month trial. And then if you keep paying for it, it switches you to either whatever you agreed to, or it just completely stops. In the original agreement, it would just stop, but they were putting people on the most expensive version of
yearly-
the subscription
the yearly that
immediately
had a
without your
cancellation
consent,
fee.
forging your signature. Ah,
Mm.
so
I'll do right.
awful. And I'm just like, mm-mm.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
yearly that
no,
had a several $100 cancellation fee on it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh well, it's right there in our terms and conditions that this is what we're going to put you on, that this is the cancellation fee, and that the
that
cancellation
no
fee
one
is
agreed
non-refundable.
to. Yeah. And it's just like, bruh. Mm-mm.
Okay,
Nuh-uh,
I'm
nuh-uh.
not using GIMP. I used GIMP like 90 years ago. No GIMP.
Yeah.
See, Shae's not at her keyboard, so she can't be her government worker uptight self. This is why I steal software. This is
Yeah.
this is entirely why I steal software. I
I
thank
love
you
the
for
compliment
yelling
of her.
from another room that you didn't hear it. I appreciate that.
My goodness. But yeah, but for it's like
Oh,
for
she's coming down here.
the wrath.
I'm getting beat up.
Push, 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 push.
Why did you tell them about what happened to the car? Elbow drop, elbow drop.
Suplex.
Suplex, holy shit. What?
Coming down to make you a drink app.
I just added water to the ice maker too. Hey baby.
There we go, Sai, watering down drinks.
I added water to the ice maker. It's gonna be a frozen drink. It needs ice.
How dare you not make ice out of the... Actually, no, you can't freeze the alcohol. So no.
I mean,
But-
you could. It would just take a lot.
A lot. Yeah. Oh, I see someone in the chat. I can't click that thing. But it's like, yeah, I use, instead of using Adobe Photoshop, I use Clip Studio Paint all the time. I use that completely instead. It does absolutely everything that Photoshop does and could do, except for like working CMYK. Like that's the only thing it really doesn't do. But
So, quick question. Shae, what was that thing you told me to use on the tablet that I couldn't use on the tablet because it's an Apple product? There was some, so Shae got me a cheap tablet, and it's an Android tablet, but since it's not, it doesn't use iOS, whatever drawing program she wanted me to use.
oh, it's probably Procreate.
It was Clip Studio or Procreate. So CSP, can you use on like an Android tablet?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay,
Yeah, that goes across everything.
awesome. Yeah, it was Procreate. Yeah, because you had a
Yep.
license
Yeah,
or something. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
But this tablet, I tried drawing on it. It barely detects touch. It's so bad.
Yeah. A lot of tablets are not good about it. But then for video editing, because I was looking for stuff that could replace like After Effects and like Premiere Pro, it's like I'm looking at specifically using Spine and DaVinci.
Interesting.
Because it's like you have to pay for Spine, but for DaVinci there's a free version, so it's just like awesome. So
we use Filmora, and as part of my Adobe license, I have Premiere and After Effects.
nice. It's like that's what
Marvelous
we had before too, and I think Dad has like the lowest one because he still uses Photoshop. So I'm trying to see if he would learn like other programs aside from Photoshop, just because Photoshop has been doing such an awful time with all the stuff they're trying to load into the program, but they got rid of a ton of people who do their programming, so it's just taking a long time to load. So I'm just like, dude, it's just like, just do clips. It's so much easier, and it's just like it does the same thing
So
for half the price.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is that
it's like, since we use it for business, it's just like can write that off. So it's just like business.
We have Filmora, and we both have to have a license for it because it's one user, one install kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it. It's not worth it with how simple it is. It was good at the beginning because, well, I can make little video clips out of it that I use in all of our shows, but it's very cumbersome for Shae to use when she makes like our intros, outros, and stuff like that. It's very simple, but go ahead, Shae.
My biggest problem with it is that whenever you try to drag and drop elements into different parts, it will decide like, oh, if you're dragging this, even if it's on a different timeline, right? So like you have your main timeline and then you have all these different elemental timelines.
Right.
So I'll take it and be like, hey, I'm going to take this piece and I want it to come in at this point. It'll go, oh, you want to cut and move everything over, and it'll just auto do that unless you lock the tracks. But then in locking the tracks, it fucks up other things that you try to. It just becomes like it's such a huge pain in the ass when it really shouldn't be.
Yeah, the UI isn't polished enough for what.
No, and the thing is, like, basically when I'm out and I'm doing stuff for college, one of the things that I really want to do is go through different kinds of videography software and things like that just to learn them. So I'm basically going to treat college as like a dedicated learning all of these other kinds of software just so I can make the things that I want to make.
Yeah, you're using it for like skill building, which is like I miss that so much because it's like I dipped on high school at like I left high school at 16. I was just like I did.
Oh wow.
So I was just like I missed out on like graduating with a class and like really like getting that experience when I was young. So now I'm just like I'm gonna get all the degrees that I can because there are certain degrees I want to get just because I want to know that I can do it.
Yeah.
And it'll help me, it'll supplement me in the future. Because it's like, experience is experience. You have more knowledge, you're just a more formidable person. So it's just like, I like being a well-rounded individual.
The other thing to look at, because a lot of colleges are so limited, like they're really good at giving you a very broad view, but when you try to specialize down, like, a lot of them are not great for that. And so when you're looking at specializing, looking at places that do that, like Skillshare is one place you can do it. Although I will say be careful with Skillshare, because Skillshare ended up charging me for the fucking year And I now Skillshare for a year. So hey, y'all, if anybody wants to learn anything,
Hey, yo, Shae,
let me
give that
know.
login. Give me that login for Skillshare.
Underwater
At this
passive
point, I'm
breathing.
fucking pissed. Like, seriously, because they charged me, like, it came out at the worst possible time. And when I tried to contact them to be like, hey, this just hit, I was trying to cancel, it didn't go through, blah, 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 and now I've been renewed. And they were like, well,
Oh, too bad.
your entire scenario is actually covered in our user agreement for why we don't care. And I was like, bro, seriously? And they were like, yeah.
I feel like in user agreements now, they're gonna just be like, they're just gonna put clauses in there where it's just like, and in case this person died, your family has to pay this much money now. Like, I feel like,
be like,
it's like they're just
you are forever beholden.
You are forever. It's actually a blood pact, and
all right,
absolutely crazy. Ooh, in the chat, hi Mickey, hello. Bless you.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
tippy tail. Damn it.
Bless you.
I'm so mad. Sorry, I put it in the individual blender because I was like, yay, and then you can just drink it from here. And it's not, it died. So you can't.
No.
It's not charged. So I have to go put it in the big fucking blender for this much drink. I'll be back. Chercoon.
We all have our crosses to bear.
Shae, when you get back, I do have to note something. And I'm not going to do that till you get back. So I'm just letting you know. I'll need to talk when you get back. I'm putting in my reservation for speaking. It's a visual!
I am so going to throw a wrench into this.
Into what?
Into this reservation.
I will stab you. The reservation is for you, motherfucker. Fine, I'll just do it now, and you can eat a dick leak.
I don't care.
So, thank you to whoever this asshole is, King League, for the super chat, basically, in PayPal, that says, "Shut up, Enderjink."
Enderjink.
Enderjink.
So, thank you, Lee.
Yep.
I greatly appreciate it. Why won't it? Thank you. The thing wouldn't go away. Jesus, do you hear that? It sounds like a fucking lawnmower upstairs. I have reduced background noise on. Can you guys hear this at all?
Yeah.
Every once in a great while, I can hear something like a blender coming through.
Just like, wing.
And it's funny because I love you because Takume is recommending Blender as a video editing program. So
Yeah.
well, Shae's using the Blender. So irony.
Huzzah!
No, baby, I wasn't complaining. I was just wondering what the noise filters. What is Phil doing?
He turned on the AC.
The AC, isn't it like 12 degrees where you are?
Well, you got sweaty. It's like we're well insulated in here, so
Oh, I see. It's all the bright lights.
yeah. And then being right in front of the computer for too long, it's just like we don't want to turn on the fan because like I have a fan like right here, but it's just like if I turn on the fan, it's right next to the mic, and I'm just like I don't think you guys want to hear. So we turn on the AC unit that's all the way up there, over there, and then it'll slowly cool off over here.
Shae. Aw, thank you, babe. Mr. Brown just brought me a big frothy frozen drink.
Well, she's not on it. Okay, I'll show that to you. I'll let you know.
It's a 10 hunt thing to do.
Okay. Oh yeah, she does.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Thank you. Me love you long time.
Fucking better. All right.
Eric the Guapo says, nice chair.
Holy fuck!
Chair corn!
Holy
Better be.
fuck.
It was a fucking expensive ass chair. What?
Yeah, isn't that your 7? This thing is strong.
Wait, strong flavor or strong alcohol?
Yes.
It's strong.
I don't know how it
Yes.
could do both at the same time, but it managed. Isn't that your Secret Labs chair?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Shae.
Your $700
Yes.
gaming chair?
Look what Dad did.
What did Dad did?
Hold
Oh
on,
my
I gotta
gosh,
see.
yes! That's awesome!
Bleh.
That's awesome!
Yep, and
So
it's on an old spray can.
Very nice,
Oh.
Bill.
I thought
Tenhan.
I thought Bill got hired to do art for an energy drink.
No, that's very Tenhan.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
He was just like, it's very 10 you'll love it.
Yeah, exactly. See, like perfect.
Yep.
Literally verbatim.
I always feel.
Oh.
I always feel like I'm walking up to like my mom is just like, Shae, look, is it pretty? Tell me if it's pretty. Put it on the fridge.
Thank
It
you,
is very
Corvantis.
pretty. Thank you, Corvantis. Hold on, let me So I'm super excited because I started working on the window is classy. The window that I'm every time I turn around I'm waiting to see a face in it because that's my deck. Like
That's
in my
your back deck,
backyard,
which
and
has,
I don't
very obvious double wide stairs leading directly up to that window.
and I do not have a fenced in yard, and so there's like a green space that goes in between my house and my neighbor's house. So I'm just like waiting for some drunk asshole to like wander up and be like, "What's going on in here?" Because the lights are on.
Yeah.
So
The
just
hot flame.
every time I see it in the like in stream, I'm constantly looking for a face because if I ever see a face, I'm gonna shit myself. Like
we got to get up that motion activated light, babe.
I know, I don't know what it's supposed to be connected to. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, or you can
Like,
or you can actually
It's
just get one of
connected
the.
to electricity.
No, like
Nicely.
I don't know what light switch it's connected to in the house.
Yeah, but you can also get the window alarms installed too.
Oh, I have them. If anybody tried to open it, but I'm not
Yeah.
worried about somebody opening it. I'm worried about somebody staring in. Right? Okay, it's creepy, right? Like
Yeah, because on like because like it goes out to your deck, so you want to look through it like during the day. Because for me, I always put the
Yeah.
film. I always put the film on the window so that nobody can see.
So
Get the type where you can only see one way.
the only reason that I haven't put any film on it yet is because the ones that I have are like the prismatic ones that are really pretty and cool, but privacy. And my cat, obviously you can see his bed, sits there. One of his favorite places when I'm in here is to
Yeah.
sit up there and stare out into the backyard. And so I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but they have.
didn't want to.
But they have
Yeah,
one
the
where it's like
mirrored
you can-
ones.
Yeah, where it's like you can see out, but nobody can see in. That way, the kitty can still see outside.
Yes.
But then Shae isn't worried about just like.
Yeah, it's
So that's
really
what
one of
makes
those.
it so fear.
If I saw a face, the next move is to grab my gun and be like, I will fucking shoot you, and just
Yeah.
make sure that is understood. Although I'm not in a great state for that.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know you had a pew pew.
I have a pew pew. I inherited a pew pew when my daddy passed.
Damn, I wanted to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I can get to it quickly, so that's not exactly great. We're working
No,
on
but you
fixing
have
that.
about 40 knives and machetes that you can get.
I
pretty
do
quickly.
have a plethora of blades, so
Just in case
I
anyone is thinking about something.
really would.
Objects.
My dad had an obsession with like late night shopping networks, and they were notorious for selling very large knives and swords and things like that. So I have an obscene amount of them. Because I took a bunch that I thought were cool, and then my siblings took a bunch that they thought were cool, and then we took a bunch to his funeral to give to people as like, have a memento. And my mom still had to give away a shit ton because my dad had that many fucking knives.
It's
Telling
like
you.
ceremonial knives. Let's go.
I'm telling you,
Like,
bro,
literally.
Yeah.
bro was keeping United Cutlery in business.
Look, I have a knife that is a knife where the handle is like brass knuckles that are spiked. And then the blade is like that long and like this wide, just massive. And so I was like, I'm ready.
Oh.
Oh.
It's like punch-o stab. It's like me, I have a it's like, you know, like for Halloween they have like some of those staffs sometimes that have like that orb on top, but it's really, really heavy. I just have that because if you just boom, like if you just swing at somebody like that, it's just
Well,
like,
that's the other thing is I'm a cosplayer, so at any given moment I have a lot of random like pipes and staffs and just lots of heavy shit, okay? Maromi, are you talking about my new drinking horn that I got at Run Fair? Oh.
It's so pretty.
It
Yes,
better
it is.
fucking
Also-
bitch. What's the...
That bitch was expensive. Also, show your stick.
Hold on. The sticks are over there so they don't hurt
Oh,
me.
okay. I thought they were leaning by the skateboard. Sorry.
Where did you guys go
Yeah.
for the Ren Fair?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore Ren Fair.
I've never
this
been to a
size
Ren
stick.
Fair. Oh, it's so pretty.
You're gonna come next year.
That
You
was one of
Put
and
your
Dana
hand.
come with us.
That's one of my
Hey.
goals for next year. I wanted to find a Ren Fair to go to. I was just like, where are they?
No, Baltimore is one of the top 3 in the country.
Guess where I'm going?
You're
All right,
coming to
Shae.
Baltimore and you can stay with me.
Yes. Shae,
I
put your
got
hand
it.
behind the top of mine, so because black on black isn't.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. All right. There's size.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
Slightly shorter, because I am slightly shorter.
There's mine,
Yeah.
which
I
is the
love-
right size for me.
Yes.
Eric, this weekend was the last weekend of Baltimore Ren Fair. I think it goes on for 5 or 6 weeks. So
It goes
September
on.
through October.
I think it goes on starting in August. I think it's like almost 2 months because it's only on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just look it up now since you're being.
You should.
So cool. They have
But-
one. There was one that I saw like near me, but it's it's more Viking centric. But they actually go out there and they actually like camp out there the whole time, which I'm just like,
Oh no! Oh
"Ooh."
no!
So I was thinking of like visiting that one just for a day because I wanted to do like a Viking like dragon. So I wanted to have like the horns and the little wings, but it's like looking like total like Viking. So that
Yeah.
was really cool.
Well, you saw. So this was us.
Yeah. You guys
and-
are cool.
It was really funny the whole time that we were there. Like, I had a couple people. So, Sai had a shit ton of people that were like, oh, look at her purple hair. It's so beautiful. And I was like, hee hee hee. And then, meanwhile, just so you know, Sai's chest piece that they wore to that was a G.
Teacup. Yep. And
It
I'll tell
was-
you, looking down on them, they do not look.
Sai was like, this is a good size. And then I took a picture and Sai went, those might be big. I was like, you think?
No, because
Babe.
you don't get the full. Okay, neither. I don't want to hear shit from either you or Kat because neither of you understands this. From a guy's perspective, looking down at tits, you don't realize the 3-dimensional volume that actually exists of them. All you see is the top, and so you're like, oh,
Fair.
these are okay.
Yep.
You know, these are a good size. And then you see a front picture, and you see everything that you're not seeing by looking down, and it's a fucking basketball.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
literal
basketball.
tip of the iceberg is all you see.
Yes, yeah, the 10%.
And then everyone else is like, whoa!
Yes, and I didn't understand that. So I'm going to back off from G. I want to, let's see. I have to relearn the backwards alphabet.
I was really happy that after taking a picture, like I took a picture where Sai and I were together, and I was like this, like picture down on us, and Sai was like, "Okay, based on the picture you just took, maybe we don't go with G's." And I was like, "Thank God."
There you go, Shae. There's my
E's. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
Yeah.
still massive, but
I was saying F's, but you know what,
Double
Shae?
D's are very nice. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kat. That is what I have been saying this whole time. Like double D's are a good size, and size like
Okay.
Because you're also, it's like you're also a little spoiled, because you can just leave them on the nightstand and not have to worry about just like, oh, I gotta wear.
oh,
For now,
this
I
is
can.
this is Sai prepping for
Yes.
yeah.
Different shopping sizes before.
That is why I was like, dear Lord, don't do G's. So we'll find a chest plate that is E's. Sai will see that is still obscene.
Yeah,
It needs
just
to
like,
be a full E
And
though,
then-
because my problem
Yeah.
with D's and double D's is because they make, and this is also something that women can't appreciate. Shae a little bit. She's
I've almost been
she
buying
really
them. I can
sees the
appreciate it.
she sees the fuckery that goes on with buying chest plates and
Chest
breast,
plates are terrible. I swear,
yeah.
chest plates are made by people who have never actually seen boobs.
Never seen
'Cause
a
they're
breast,
like-
never held a breast, never
They're
examined
like,
the shape
this
of a
is a D, and then they just put a bolt onto some silicone. I'm like, that's not what a fucking D looks like in real life. You're trying to make something that passes. Why does it look like you put a cupcake holder on it?
No,
like
it's
that's
literally
not.
like it's literally like they took 5 tuna cans, stacked them on top of each other, molded it, stuck a nipple at the end, and put 2 of them on a chest piece.
yeah.
This is about as far out as a D would go. There you go. Like that's
Yeah.
not a D.
So you don't-
That's
you
a.
don't
What
get-
is this?
You don't
What
get
is
an
this?
appreciation for the fullness of breast can
It's a
be.
candle.
The other thing is that they're so narrow and so squished together that
There's
you
the
get no
E.
appreciation of the side fullness.
Well,
that
it's
a
one of
real
the-
breast should have.
It's one of the two. They're either pushed together or they're so separated apart. Oh.
Waffle, you know who he is.
Never seen him.
Waffle's like, I was so tired, and then
He was asleep and he didn't notice he was here.
David appeared, and I'm confused.
Bye bye. You gonna go to work? Okay, bye bye. Be safe. I love you.
Be safe. We love you. All of
I
us.
love you.
Kiss.
Oh, I got
Kiss. Kiss. Oh, boo. Boo hiss. Boo hiss.
Cat, he was still rubbing more frosted mini wheat on your shoulder. We saw it.
I know, right?
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss you, babe. You're like, thank you for the dust.
It wasn't love, it was.
Just remember, if you need sugar later, just lean your head to the right and start licking your shoulder.
It's like, I need a hit.
You know what, Shae? That's what this drink needs a little of. Something sweet.
Bye bye.
Because the flavor's there, the alcohol's there. It just needs a little sweetness.
A little sweet.
Not for
There's
now.
some
for next
grenadine in it.
time. Isn't that?
You're downstairs with grenadine and simple syrup. Throw one of those 2 in there.
He is off to work. He has night shift.
Why-
Ooh.
Night shift sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, are you in a negative mood, Toku? Because your name is Tokune.
I didn't feel like filling out the name, and I always enjoy people making fun of it, so I just decided to add to it.
Nice. Doubling down. I like it.
Look, you just lean into it and it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Bye bye.
Tohume, Toking May, I don't know. I was going to say Tohu April, and then I was like, that probably would not make much sense.
Sai, did you see the thing that Ink just tagged us in? Because
I
this
did
is
not.
fucking hilarious.
I was busy changing Toku's name.
Hold on.
Nice.
Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna share this because I think everybody needs it because it's funny. All right. This is what Ink just tagged us in, right? So 6'7" and 5'9". It gets better. Granted, that bitch is in those heels, okay? I'm in those same heels. Yes. His POV, her POV. We don't know, I lost him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel seen.
And then imagine 5'4". It's like her hip was like right here.
Cat could fit comfortably under my boob. It was
Yeah,
great.
just like right here.
Like the boobs just provided her. It was who needs an umbrella? Just the boobies.
boob.
Although at this point they're much smaller than they were. I lost the weight. Apparently that came down in cup size. Sadly.
Yeah, I've experienced that as well.
I wish
It's
you
just
could
like,
target
it
that
sucks.
shit.
Every woman on the planet wishes they could target that shit. If I lost and gained 5 pounds purely in my waist and everything else stayed the same, I'd be fucking thrilled.
Oh,
Watch
I'm
it.
fine with the thighs being good. The ass, the tits. Just the middle section. That's the one place that you never lose it. You will always gain it, but you never lose it. It's so annoying.
yeah. And the first place that I usually gain weight is my face, and I'm just like, no.
The worst part for me is by the time I've gained it in my face, where it's like where you kind of get the, oh wait, I might actually be putting on weight. At that point, I am at 20 plus pounds.
Yeah.
By the time it starts showing in my face, and so people are like, "That's great." I'm like, "It isn't, because you don't realize you've put on weight until
it's
you've
like-
put on substantial weight." Like,
Yeah.
the reason that I am controlled pre-diabetic is because of that, because there was no way to know that I was putting on weight until my body stopped producing insulin.
Yeah.
And I'm not diabetic, but once you're pre, you're always pre. You just are controlled or not controlled.
My
So
response.
what you're saying is premature is a regular thing for the rest of your life.
Har har. I mean, I make people premature. It's fine. I like it, Sai.
Shae, do you remember that moment
Uh-huh.
where you
I
jogged
do.
over to hug me?
I do.
And my
I
face
do.
just the center of your cleavage.
I was rather busty. That was at the height of the weight gain. There was a lot of boobage to be had, and it was all on display.
It was.
And then I was in very tall heels, and then I went over and gave Sai a hug and went, I miscalculated. And I was like, or did I?
It was amazing because I was just getting back from my time abroad of cancer treatment, and so I was all tore up. I looked nasty because that was one hell of amount of travel to get back, and there's Shae looking all fresh and beautiful and heels and huge boobs, and she just runs over and hugs me, and I'm like, oh, I probably smell bad. And she's like, "That's okay.
Ooh, I probably
we're
smell
going
bad.
to the Airbnb where you'll shower so much."
You will shower. It will be
So
heaven.
much.
I did not say that. I said, you do not. You are fine. And gave them a big hug. And then Sai went, but are we going to where there is a shower? And I said, yes. And Sai was like, thank God. I went, I also have toiletries for you waiting. And Sai was like, oh, you are an angel. And then proceeded to take like a 45-minute long shower, which fair. I've been there
That
after
walking
travel.
shower
You're
was
just like,
Traveling that
amazing.
much is like, when you travel that much, you feel like you've like brought everything from the recycled air with you,
Oh yes.
and you feel like
Yes.
a raisin.
Not to mention the horrible fucking food.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah. You're just like, it's like they're rationing me.
well, and layovers and sleepless
Yeah.
nights and
You
the
wanna say hi
uncertainty.
afterwards?
Because every time I get that, like, travel, most people probably aren't as neurotic as I am. I am a very nervous traveler. Not that, like, I'm not scared of flying, right? I'm not scared of any of that.
It's the stress
I'm
of everything in
worried.
between.
I'm worried about missing a flight, missing a connection, having my luggage lost, having somebody cough on me, having to be in an enclosed space with a bunch of people that I would much rather not be anywhere near. Like,
Yep.
that's what I don't like about travel. I'm not afraid that the plane's gonna fall out of the sky. Look, if the plane falls out of the sky, it falls out of the fucking sky. The hell am I gonna do about it? Shit all. That's what I'm gonna do about it, okay? There's nothing I can do in that scenario. Why would I even stress about it? However, somebody coughing on me, I can control.
I love how
Good
it's
point.
just like the inevitability of possible death. I'm fine. Somebody who's just like has sniffles next to me. No!
Yes, that is literally... That's where it is. Because I'm like, someone might touch me.
Next to me. What's wrong with you?
Like,
It's like, dude, this past summer is the first time that I've traveled without medication in a decade. Because I was weaning off of it. I didn't realize how many pet peeves I had on a plane until I went in there just like full force, where it's just like, as soon as any human being gets on a plane and they immediately take off their shoes, I want anarchy
I can't.
on the plane immediately.
What is wrong with people?
Maybe you could just pepper spray their feet.
I'm one of those people, though. I'm one of those people that if somebody does that near me, I give this look, and they're like, oh, now that I got that pebble out of my shoe, let me put that back on. And I'm like, correct answer.
My
And I
goodness.
was like, more correct answer, deal with the fucking pebble.
The other thing is, Shae was traveling cross country, so there's
For
a
the
few
first
funny-
time by myself.
Yeah, there's a few funny parts about
Proud of
the
you.
story. So, A, to a place that she had never been.
Fantastic.
B, my return date was not set in stone and actually got delayed by several days. C,
Amazing.
So I was
the
by
entire
myself.
the entire time
like-
Shae's mom is trying to convince Shae that I was catfishing her.
Oh,
So which I had to explain. I had to explain to my mom. I was like, Mom, catfishing is when the person's like, look at all this money and wealth and plethora of amazing things that I have. And also, here's all of these amazing pictures of unrealistic beauty expectations. And I own a yacht. Like, that kind of shit. And I was like, this would be the worst fucking catfish ever, because Sai has literally been like, here are all of my cards. Here's everything that I'm going through and all of my baggage. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to come meet you. Like, that's not catfishing
X.
parameters.
Abuse of X, cancer, all these other things, and yeah.
By
so
the way, also
it's like a
transitioning, being like,
it's like a reverse catfish. That's what was
Like-
happening.
that's like if you were trying to be successful in negging, that's like it would be closer to
if you combine
negging to the
negging and
nth degree.
catfishing.
but self-negging.
Yeah, like neg fishing. I don't know. Like it's just.
Or like emotional blackmail. Just like
It was like seriously. It was like, Mom, I don't think that you understand.
I think it's okay.
maybe.
Pretty sure that I'm not being had.
I can see that.
My mom was like, well, if at any time you decide that you just don't want to go through with it, you don't have to, and we are really close to where you're gonna be. And I'm like, I know, I'm gonna come see you after. My mom's like, if you want to come earlier.
You can.
Yeah, I was like, I am aware. It was like, if things get crazy, I will. The whole time I had to tell my mom, like, I picked out the Airbnb. I am the one with the rental car. And I was like, I am the one that holds all of the cards in this scenario. If I meet them and decide that they're fucking creepy or I feel unsafe, I will just leave their ass somewhere and then I will leave. And my mom was like, okay, I feel a little bit better about this. I was like,
Yeah, you're not trapped in a situation. Yeah.
like, yeah, I was like, they didn't pay for any, like, they didn't get the B&B. They're not picking me up. They're not the one with the car. Like, I have all the cards. I'm the one that can leave. Like, if anything, they should be concerned. Meeting me.
I'm the sugar mama in the situation.
I'm sorry, it's just that you were sorry.
I was nervous that you wouldn't be there.
Yeah, where it's just like, well, it's like
there
everyone
for
has that fear.
days.
It's that little bit of uncertainty.
Yeah, Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like your fears
Or
get to you.
or that you would see me in person.
Oh.
I wouldn't see you, and that you just turn around.
It's been more than 3 years, babe.
4 years, 17 days. I typed the wrong thing.
I don't think she's.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You shorted it by a year, bitch.
Don't be mean.
Crazy.
The sentiment was there.
So who's going to be the one
mostly there.
to forget about the anniversary?
We don't gotta talk about that.
Hey, Sai, what's my birthday?
I know when your birthday is. It was 2 days ago.
Now.
So I'm perfectly fine when it comes to flights. It's, I have no problem with flying on a plane. But like what you said, it's like all the shit in between. Okay, don't miss this fucking gate, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But my pet peeve is people talking to me on planes.
I get that too. I get a lot of people that are like, so, what's your life story? And I'm like, my life story is I'm not a social individual, despite what it might look like.
It's like people not being able to read the room, because sometimes I'll sit next to somebody who is cool, and it would be like, oh, like we just happen to get along, but that's not going to be everybody.
Yeah. Somehow I always get stuck beside like the old ladies. They're just like bitching about their entire trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, put in my earbuds, and then they finally get the fuck in.
They don't.
We didn't really talk about my trip. We talked about how thankful I was to be back.
I put on the neck pillow and I just like put my hood on and I go
Right.
like a
That's
corpse.
awesome. That's awesome if you can get a window seat to where you will not be disturbed by anyone getting up going to the bathroom.
I am such a it's like I'm a middle seat aisle person. I don't like being in the window. Very weird. I know we exist, but
This is why Kat and I get along. See, she'll get the middle seat, I'll get the window seat. We'll be fine.
but here's another reason.
Marcus, what
It's like
are
for
you
me
doing?
personally, I enjoy the middle or the aisle seat.
Hi.
Because usually it's like it's very rare that I travel alone, so it's usually
You went
like
to bed.
me and Dad
Good
going.
night.
So I'll take the middle seat and I give him the window seat because he wants the window seat, and I'm little, so he can like spread out into my seat and not worry about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So I'm just like, you deserve that. It's like because they've made those seats so small that even I'm just like, this is a small seat. So
Yeah, if Kat's saying it's a small seat, then fucking airlines, what are you doing?
Oh, you want to talk about small
My
seats?
goodness.
Let's talk about Greyhound buses.
Hold on. Hello, Tokumi Angel, how are you?
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm doing all right.
Good.
A long, busy day.
Yes.
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 I have
Hey.
work tomorrow, and I don't care.
I've got a first-hand view of everything Shae's doing to try to get things ready in time. So it's been really interesting.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Also, we got to connect on marketing because, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
You say that every single time you see her on a video chat.
Yeah, we have yet to connect, so we have to keep saying it until we finally
I
do.
know.
Okay, this is how life goes. All right,
So
Shae
you have to,
says
like-
things and then forgets, and then has to remind herself repeatedly until
You're
it
like
happens.
renewing the amorphous appointment at some
Well,
point.
considering I work 7 days a week, it's hard for me to find those later evenings too.
See, she's
to work with
busy, so it's
preschoolers
not
every
all
day,
my
so-
fault.
I work with preschoolers every day.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, that's a different type of stuff.
I work with
And
adult
you have
learners,
a
which I would argue is very similar.
It's worse.
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
Preschoolers take correction.
Yeah.
I had to have a
Yeah.
conversation with somebody about doing their homework, and it ended with me feeling like I had just chastised somebody and like broken their spirit, and I was like,
Broken
it's
their
okay. It's not that serious. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to make sure that you do your fucking homework, man.
It's
Some
like,
also-
just need to be spanked.
You're like 30. Why are we having this conversation?
Oh,
You're 30 and you're a
it-
civilian, so you make much more money doing this than any of the military learners.
You make like 3 times my paycheck, and I still have to talk to you about doing your homework. Do you know how insulting that is?
2 hours a night. We even give you 2 hours off, so that you a 2 hour shorter day every day, so you can do the 2 hours at night.
$2. $2.
I want my $2.
I did. I worked at the bookstore that was like connected to the community college here, and so I was helping everybody get their books like for college, and then it's community college, so you get somebody who's like straight out of high school, and you get people who are like 60. So it's like everybody in between goes to community college. The amount of full-grown adults that cannot do something very simple sometimes. I'm always just like, you're allowed to vote. You drove a car here.
Like, you make decisions that affect society.
You've had to pay taxes this whole time, right? I'm just like,
There have been so many instances where I've just been like, I am so, like, I'm in government work, so I know what these people are doing, like, on a daily basis. And the amount of times that I've talked to people and been like, and you get paid, like, an easy $200K plus.
Yep.
And this is how you are. I literally had a student, an adult student, who was
supposedly adult student,
still in his trial hiring period when he was told he had to do his homework, who legitimately said to the fucking instructor, what are they going to do? Fire me? To which my response was, yes! That is exactly what they're gonna do! Because you're in a fucking trial period! Yeah. And he was like,
that's how that works.
Wait, what? I'm like, dear God, I have to explain to you contracts! You realize that contractual hirings are based on you meeting certain criteria.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, go back on the contract.
I'd also like to go back to what I said in the chat like an hour ago. There is a huge over amount of fucking around and a huge dearth of finding out in this world, and that's why I'm bitchy a lot, because people think that they can fuck around and there is no find out.
Yep.
It's like,
so I'll tell you something that's actually worse is, so I get to work with preschoolers. They have reasons, they have excuses. They are 3 to 5 years old. It's developmentally appropriate for them to not understand the finer points of mannerisms and society and how to conduct themselves yet. They're still learning how to potty train for the most part.
It's like they've been
and
alive.
How to drink out of a cup or, have table manners.
It's like they've been alive for 5 minutes.
On the weekends,
they get a pass.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, see, on the weekends, I get to go to my other job, working for a very well-known coffee chain. And a majority of my coworkers are much that same category. They sit and complain about all the ills of society while knowing zero about what the actual real world has to offer. I have to get to a point where I just have to close my ears and walk away because I have 20 to 30-year-old coworkers who act like they are 5.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to say it.
I mean, they can't handle not making guttural noises in the headsets.
I'm going to assume that it's a green logo, because that sounds like a nest of spoiled, entitled leftists, hard leftists, who have never had to face reality. So that's amazing.
Green logo with that.
I love hearing Sai say very like hot topic words.
Yeah.
What?
So I'd love to hear stories.
Okay.
I'd love to hear stories, because as a trainee who's on the right side of politics, that'd be very interesting to me to hear what kind of backwards shit. Anyway,
Michael D.
Funny. Shae, it's just like, because like we're in a big military town here, I would deal with people, trying to help people, because like it's not a super straightforward process how to find your books sometimes. So I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. But it's just like, it's coming in, and it's just like, you have to be humble enough to ask for help here. It's just like,
Right.
don't come in and then get mad at me that you can't find your book. Like, that's not my fault.
Right.
Ask
But
questions. It helps.
It does, but I would deal with a lot of military people coming in using their GI Bill, all that kind of stuff. And they are like full-grown humans who are trying to threaten me with their military status because I'm not helping them correctly. And I'm just like, I don't know where you think this is going to get you or anything.
My favorite, the amount that I love dealing with those people, because I'll get, like, first off, when you see me, like,
I go
at
to
work,
malicious compliance immediately. It becomes meta now.
At
It's
work,
like, nope, I'm going to be on here with you for 30 minutes. I'll talk you in this circle 3 times.
at work, I wear civilian clothing.
Right.
So in civilian
I can already
clothing,
see the chips laying out.
Undercover Shae.
in civilian clothing, a lot of people think that I'm
Undercover
just someone who just doesn't understand, and then I get to sit there and go, okay, so this is what I need you to do, and they're like, okay, well, my unit says that I have to do X, Y, and Z, and I was like, that's great. Who in your unit is saying that? And they're like, well, it's my unit. I was like, no. Is it your first sergeant? Is it your commander? Is it your supervisor? Who is it in your unit that is telling you that this is what you're going to do during my class time when you are in my schoolhouse? And they're like,
Or eunuch.
they're like, so I was like, yeah, because all of your units know that you are off limits right now. So explain to me who the fuck told you that you were going to leave my classroom for a week to go on some bullshit training when you should have just been dropped from this class to begin with? Because that's the person I need to talk to. And all of a sudden they're like, I think I can get out of it. I don't think I got to do it. I was like, oh, magically you don't have the shit to do. Go figure. Is it because you realize that I know what the fuck you're talking about and I'm about to go have a word with your commander and now you're going to look like an asshole because no one said that to you?
Yeah,
no one.
Did you not see the rank on my door? Did you just think I was a civilian?
Oh, the rank isn't on my door.
Oh,
My door says Shae Tonks. It does not say Technical Sergeant Shalise Tonks. It says Shae Tonks. So everybody comes to my door and they're like, psh, civilian. And even the civilians come down and they're like, psh, not my boss. And I'm like, oh, I know your boss. Alex is your boss, right? Let me have a word with Alex real quick and let's just see how long this is going to continue. And they're like, wait, what are you going to talk to Alex for? And I was like, oh, Alex and I are great friends. In fact, she wants to know anytime anybody does anything like this in her schoolhouse. And they're like, I mean, but maybe I could do my homework. Like, I'm sure I could find time. Like, could you now? Interesting. Well, I'm just going to note this down for the future, so if we have this conversation again, I can refer back to this date at this time that we had the conversation that you were going to do your fucking homework. And I was like, as an adult learner, I just want to point that out. You are a grown up. And they're like, no, it'll be fine. It's fine. Well, I'll just do it. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. That sounds like a great plan. I think that you came up with a just fantastic plan for you to
6 weeks
not
later,
be in my
straight
office
A's,
again.
you say.
Wow, look at how great they're doing. It was touch and go for a second there. And then they always, like, anytime their performance gets discussed, they always look at me and they're like, I did good, right? And I'm like, they did fantastic. It was a little shaky in the beginning, but you know what? We had a real quick conversation and everything all worked out perfectly. We found out where they were struggling and we got it sorted. And they're like, that's what happened. Like,
Shae, the classroom dominatrix, wins again.
Yes. See, Shae,
the schoolhouse dominatrix at this point, bitch. The whole schoolhouse.
Shae is the strict principal. She has the paddle, and she is not afraid to use it.
Dude, I had to have a conversation with my fucking instructors about understanding. So we had a policy, and the policy was every Friday at 3 o'clock, the fridge is cleaned out. I don't give a shit if your stuff is in a container. I don't give a shit if you're like unless it is an unless it's an unopened drink or an unexpired condiment, it's getting tossed, container and all. It says it on the fridge, right?
Yeah.
I shit you not. I had an instructor who was like, well, this policy's only been in effect since June, and I've been leaving my stuff in the fridge since 2022, and I've never had it thrown away. And then this last weekend, I left it in on Friday so I would have it for Monday morning, and it got thrown out, and somebody threw away everything in my lunchbox, but then left my lunchbox, and I want to be reimbursed. And I was like, can you walk that entire sentence back to me where you said that you knew exactly what the policy was, and that it was all going to get thrown out at 3?
And you just ignored it.
And when it started, how long it's been in effect, and that you're now telling me that it's never happened before, but it's happening now, and you're not considering yourself lucky that things didn't just get chucked.
Yeah, and an acknowledgement of how long you've been breaking the rule, how long you've been getting away with breaking the rule, the fact that you pushed your luck too far, and that you're now facing the consequences of that choice that you made.
But officer, I've been able to get away with it the whole time.
That was the thing that killed me. Well, and so then
it's like Dave Chappelle and that joke about getting pulled over because he was towing a boat, and the officer's like, "Well, we do require you to have it on a trailer." He's like, "I didn't know I couldn't do that." Like, well, now you know.
The thing that killed me is I ended up having a conversation with this person because, unlike most people who have a problem with a policy that I put in place, most people that have a problem with the policy I put in place refuse to talk to me about it, will complain to their bosses about it, who then will come to me and say, "Shae, can we talk about maybe amending this policy, because I'm getting a lot of pushback from a lot of people," and it's really like one person who has an issue with it. Everybody else is like,
whatever.
It's fine, just don't leave your shit in the fridge. It makes sense.
Yeah,
pick up their
it makes the fridge
big kid pants and be adults.
Yeah.
So normally that's the route that they take.
It's a communal space.
The microphone is next to the
I ended up doing this this lunch where everyone can come together and talk about, like, if they have good ideas, if they have issues, concerns, whatever. And so we did this lunch, and it was during the height of this problem. And to her credit, the instructor came to the lunch because she wanted to talk to me face to face about the problem. And I was like, okay.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
So we had this whole conversation, and I was like, here's the problem. We literally had stuff that was in the fridge since before COVID. And she was like, okay. And I was like, it's a health concern. I can't ignore a health concern. So in addressing the health concern, this was the policy that was created. And she's like, well, it just doesn't seem very fair. And I'm like, okay, the policy not being fair is one issue. And I was like, reimbursing you for not following the policy that was posted is a different issue.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, right. And I was like, I would literally have to pay you out of my pocket because you didn't follow a policy that was posted in order to reimburse you. And I was like, I don't have money. There is not a pool of money for me to pull from for people who aren't following a policy to then reimburse you for the things that got lost. And she's like, well, right. And I was like, so I understand that you're mad about it. I literally can't do anything about something that's already happened. It's already happened.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about that.
On a policy that you knew exactly was
that
going
you
to
knew
happen.
Existed.
Well,
exactly.
it's
You accepted the risk.
It's just like, the surface is hot. Why did it burn me? I want to be reimbursed for my burn. Like, that's what
this isn't McDonald's, and you're not suing over drive-through coffee.
Okay, that was different because
to be fair, that was obscenely hot.
That coffee was so hot it melted through the cup and burnt her genitals off. So she deserved that one.
She did. It still sounds ridiculous, but she did. The fact that we now have to have
it burned through the bottom of the cup because that's how
the fact that we now have cups that say caution contents hot for obviously hot things is ridiculous.
They always did.
Exactly.
Trust me.
It's worse.
But that being said, you should have just told the instructor that if she wants to be reimbursed, you're going to have to burn off her genitals.
But no, so the benefit is and the thing that I'm at least really happy about is in talking with her, we ended up coming to a compromise, right? And so now the instructors have a dedicated fridge that they can put their stuff in that will not be cleaned out every Friday. That being said, it will be cleaned out periodically when I go and check it, and it's disgusting, and they will have 24 hours to get their shit before everything gets thrown out, and I don't want to hear a single person bitch about it. And she was like, that's fair. And I went, okay. that's what we're going to do then. Random clean outs when it's disgusting. Don't let it get disgusting. Don't have to worry about your shit getting thrown out. And I was like, the student fridges are still being cleaned out every Friday. So if you put your shit in a student fridge and you forget it and it gets thrown out,
that's on you.
You had an alternative fridge to go with. And she was like, that's fair. And I went, okay, cool. And then I go to her boss.
I'm getting you some of those rubber dishwashing gloves that are elbow high.
Oh, I have casuals that do this. It's fine. The cleaning crew and casuals are the ones that are cleaning this shit out.
Oh yes.
It isn't me unless it has to be. And if it's me, everyone's shit's getting thrown out and I don't care. So like if it comes to me cleaning it, y'all gonna be pissed because I'm just gonna right into the trash can. Anyway, I ended up getting a message from her supervisor, and this is the thing that I at least appreciate, because her supervisor on the civilian side is like, hey, I'm going to talk to the instructor about this because the policy was posted. And she's like, that being said, can we compromise? And then I ended up messaging her back and saying, this is what the compromise was. And she was like, thank you for handling it perfect. And I was like, okay, cool. But the thing that I appreciate is this is one of the few situations where I've been in a position of power and had a supervisor who is in an alternate position of power still back me. Like, normally what happens is they're like, well, you see, they're upset, and I don't like that they're upset with me, and so we need to figure out a way for them to not be upset with me and to just stay upset at you. And like, that's when I'm like, I'm tired of being the bad person because I enforce policy and you all refuse to.
How can I throw you under the bus in such a way that I don't have to do anything?
Yeah.
So the difference is at least the people that are in charge now are like, hey, you're doing a lot to try and keep shit moving in the way that we want it to be and everything's great. So we're going to just keep backing you. But also, could we maybe see about possibly doing a little something to appease these people too? And it's like, okay, cool. Like, thank you. Because every other time I've been in a position where they're like, we want you to get everything ship-shape. And I'm like, cool, I'm getting things ship-shape. And they're like, people are mad. Stop it. And it's like, you wonder why nothing is ship-shape. This is the problem! Like, this is it!
Whiny bitches is the problem!
Shae,
how dare you
really
disrupt their
enjoy
complacency?
meeting and hanging out with my mom.
Nice.
She is a total type A. It's like me, but with like way more experience, no filter, and she's absolutely always in charge. Like,
love it.
No matter where she goes. Have you
Clearly
seen...
my best friend. Although we could never work professionally together because we would kill each other.
It depends. It's just like, I think that you guys would actually be on the same go-getter page. So as long
as long as we split power, if we were splitting power and it was like, I got your back, you got mine, we're cool. But the second somebody pit us against each other, all hell would break loose. Everybody's dying. There will be nobody left.
Have you seen those videos online of just like Veronica, the
woman that does the baking, like the Spanish one? Is that who you're thinking of?
There's that one, but then also
she's hilarious.
It's like she's always just the corporate, where it's just like corporate scenarios, but it's always a Veronica that's taking care of and just being like, no, you took me to this place, now we're here. So like those videos, that's my mom, where it's just like she's totally just like, it's just like, you came at me with this energy, we're in this room now, so no. Whereas like,
I think I've seen those ones.
Like corporate badass, and it's just, but it always makes me laugh because my mom's name is Veronica, so I'm just like, no, she's just recording these on the side, and it's like,
clearly, the thing that's really funny is I learned this shit from my mom, and every time I have a conversation with my mom about like, I just don't understand why people can't fucking get it through their heads that this is how it's supposed to be, and this is what you're, like, if you say you're gonna do this, then you fucking do it, and I don't know why this is a problem. And she just looks at me and she goes, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? And she goes, I gave this to you as a personality trait, and I'm sorry, because all your life, you're always going to be the bitch in the scenario, and that's my fault. And I was like, I'm not sorry. She's like, why? And I go, I get shit fucking done, okay? I was like, I might be the bitch, but I'll be fucked if I'm gonna be a broke ass bitch because I'm gonna be the one leading shit. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's like because I get that personality trait from my mom too because I watch my mom and I see that she's like getting shit done so well that I'm just like, what is your secret sauce? Because that's insane.
How?
Yeah, where it's just like it's like I
How
study her like an animal. I'm just like, what are you doing? Because she can take control.
And
of
today we see her in her natural habitat, and you're like,
can
yes.
take control of her. So I'm always just like. But I always would much rather be like I know what's going on instead of acting like an ignorant person that I complain about.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to act like that. So it's like I would much rather be annoyed at all the ignorant people around me than be one of those ignorant people. So it's just like I'd much rather deal with it.
I will say one of the worst parts of this personality trait, though, like legitimately, is the fact that I will be in scenarios and I'm like, I am relinquishing control. I am not going to be in charge. I'm going to sit on the sidelines and I'm going to let y'all handle it. And everyone's like,
you can't handle
okay.
It goes to fire,
and then it either goes to fire or everyone's like, oh, Shae's here. We're fine. And I'm like, bitch, like, time off. I'm not doing this. And then everyone's like, well, Shae, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know. What the fuck do you think we should do? They're like, I know that you know, though. I was like, of course I know. I've thought of 5 ways to fix this shit, but it isn't my job right now. They're just like, okay, but hypothetically speaking, I'm like, oh, good lord, step aside, let me do it. Shit.
Right.
I'm on break, damn it. I wasn't supposed to be here today.
There is no break.
It's
like, and I try so hard to not, like, there's so many times where I'm like, I'll have subordinates, and I'm like, you need to learn this. And I was like, take charge. And then I watch them, and they're like, but what do I do? And I'm like, problem solve. And they're like, but how do I problem solve? And I was like, are you asking me how to fix the problem? Like, problem solve. I was like, identify the problem. They go, okay, what's the problem? And I'm like, you have eyes. Like, what do you think the problem is? And they're like, people are mad. And I was like, that's not a problem. That is a byproduct of the problem. What is the problem?
Why are they mad?
Good lord. Why do I have to walk you through this? They're like,
down 911. Okay.
like these things aren't these things aren't happening. And I'm like, okay, you've identified the problem. Now how do you fix it? And you're like, make them happen. How would you propose to make them happen? Call someone? Oh god. Yeah. You can try that. Give it a try. Who are you gonna call? You? No.
Ghostbusters. Call Ghostbusters.
No. Try again.
Try again.
And then I just sit there and I'm like, I'm just gonna let it burn, and then somebody's gonna turn around and go, but Shae, you watched it. Why did you let it burn? I go, they have to learn somehow.
And this
How
is
do I
why.
make them learn?
They have
And
to
this is
fall on
why.
their face.
You need a dumpster fire.
Oh, yes.
This is something I have on my desk at work, and there's reasons. I have a plushie emotional support dumpster fire that sits on my desk. It says, I'm fine, everything's fine.
Fire.
You need to get a photo of this or something that you can put on your door or your desk alongside a mirror. So that when these idiots approach your door, you know, like you said, your rank isn't on your door. Your title may not be on your door. But,
Unfortunately, that is, but...
well, okay. The dumpster fire next to the mirror is on the door. And what this does is twofold. Number one, it immediately stops them in their tracks because they're going back and forth between your name placard, the dumpster fire, and the mirror going, I don't get it.
I feel like there's a message here.
And then if you can tell someone is standing outside said door for a while, you can just call from within in a nice calm voice. Feel free to read, then take a look. Let them stand there in it for another minute or two. And half of them will just by sheer attrition walk away. The
One
ones
of the-
who are still inquisitive enough to try
God. Oh no.
will be like, knock knock. You can choose how to deal with it from there.
So I have the best sign on my desk ever, and it's been fantastic because I've had issues where people have literally, like, grown people have had a problem with something and yelled at people that work in my office, right? So, like, I'm like a principal. I have
Like
a front
10.
office. They literally will go and throw a tantrum and scream at people in the front office. It has never once happened while I have been there. It is only on days that I am not here. And the only way,
Okay.
the only reason I can think of is
aura
because
of
people
death.
know if they scream at my front office workers and I buzz my ass around that fucking corner and see it, we're going to have a very long, very uncomfortable discussion where they're going to sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to why we do not talk like this in my fucking schoolhouse. I don't give a shit who you work for, what your rank is, or where the fuck you came from, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And no one wants to have that conversation, so nobody does it when I'm around. And I've had people who have done it to me, and I've been like, I'm really sorry that this upsets you. And they're just like, well, it's just bullshit. And I was like, I get that. I understand that you're upset. And I was like, and I'm sorry that it upsets you. And they're like, well, so what are we going to do about it? And I was like, oh, nothing is changing. I'm just letting you know. I hear that you're upset. And they're like,
And it sucks
well,
for you.
I was like, this is part of being an adult. Sometimes you are unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they literally have been like, well, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, have a better day. And then I'll walk away. And they're like,
Toodaloo.
Yeah.
well, they didn't grovel. Like, no, bitch,
Wow,
I'm not.
Alicia.
It's like sometimes things
Sorry.
suck.
Not happening.
It happens.
This is what it is. This is the policy. You're not going to change it. No amount of screaming, temper tantrum, nothing is going to change it. So keep on. If you need to get it out, I'll stand here and listen to you, bitch. Go ahead. Bitch to your heart's content. At the end of it, I will reiterate what the policy is. If you want to keep bitching, bitch again. If you need to bitch 20 times until you can get it out of your system and I can say, I understand that you're upset, the policy says this.
But please stand
If
in
you
the
are
corner
upset
and
with
do
this-
it so I can continue to work.
Oh, no, this is literally what my job is. I'm fine having them pay me to listen to people bitch about something that they will not be changing. That's
Shae.
fine.
Check your DM.
I will in a second.
Mm-hmm.
The
Just
thing
I
that I
will save
really...
my front desk person. I would save my front desk person from that. Too.
Oh, those women are fucking bread and butter. They are the reason that people have accounts. They're the reason that people have access to the building, to the classrooms, that the classrooms are getting clean, that people are being enrolled, people are getting their welcome letters. I will be fucking damned if you scream at them. You have a problem? You come talk to me. You come talk to me. I don't give it. You know what? They fucked up. That's fine. Come talk to me about it. Because if they did fuck up, I will talk to them about it. I will be fucked if I'm going to listen to you bitch. You are not bitching to them. You leave them the fuck alone. They are Mother Teresa as far as you are concerned. You bitch to me about how Mother Teresa pissed you off and fucked your shit up. That's fine. I will deal with it if it happened. But it probably didn't happen. And you're probably an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm heading
So-
to bits.
I have a placard that sits on my desk and it says, I match energies, so go ahead and decide how we're going to act today.
Yep.
I like
And it just
that.
sits there, and so the second somebody comes in, they'll come in heated, and I'm like, okay. And they'll start going, and I'm like, this is how we're going to be today. And I was like, you be as angry as you want to be. I will be an immovable fucking mountain. But if you come to me and say, I understand that this is what the policy is, here are my concerns with this being policy, is there anything that we can do to change it? You know what? You bring up some valid points, let me see what I can do. But if you're going to come in here screaming and bitching and pissing and moaning, sorry, it's policy, it's going to stay that way.
And there's the door.
Piss versus honey. One of them will get you what you want. The other will just get you wet.
It's always
Yeah.
crazy to me how people get so aggressive with people that they're asking help from.
Yeah.
Where it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like, you're asking me for help, but you're mad at me like I'm the one who brought it. It's like, you need me.
Well, and the thing that's really funny is because I've told people, I'm like, I have an open door policy, and most people have been like, yeah, but she's big and loud, so.
Just because you're scared doesn't mean that it's not open door policy.
Right, and so then a couple of people have been like, you know what, she may be big and loud, but fuck this shit because I'm upset. And I'm like, okay, and they come in and they're like, here's why I'm upset, here's what I think we need to do to change it, here's the things that I think would work, I need help in figuring this out. And I'm like, okay, what if we do this? Does that work? Yes, that works. Okay, fantastic. This will be the new policy going forward. And they're like, no, her door's actually open, man. Like, you can go talk to her.
Yeah.
Like, I was pissy, but then she came over and was like, okay, let's fix this and come to a solution. And then we did. So I think it's fine, actually. Like, everything just, like, melts away. And then I get people that come and they're like, Shae, are you busy? I'm like, no, what do you need? And they're like, so, I was just worried because I don't have paper. I was like, what do you mean you don't have paper? Hold on, wait, that's some fucking bullshit. Let me go get you a paper and get them a ream of paper. And they're like, oh, thank you, that's very nice. I appreciate it. Bye. Like, run out I was just like, you guys are giving me fucking easy kills. Give me the hard shit. Give me the stuff that's like...
Shae, it's like that,
Sai ordered it for me.
You beat me to it.
It will get here Tuesday.
That is exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that you need, Angel, is you need the emotional support pickle. It's a little crocheted pickle because it wants to remind you that you're a big dill.
Yeah. I actually have the positivity potato and the emotional support french fries, too.
I have the positivity potato. I have a variety of positive beans that all say different things. The emotional support pickle and an emotional support pumpkin.
And
Maromi,
now a dumpster fire.
and now a dumpster fire. Maromi, funds won't come in until probably January, and then we can try to order a new printer cartridge. Sorry. This has been my latest thing that I've had to tell everybody, because for those of you who don't know, who don't work in government work, the fiscal year starts in October. Mm-hmm. So from August to October, you don't have any funding, so you can't buy anything like paper, pens, printer cartridges, toner, like nothing, because you have no money. But then,
Could a person buy one and then get reimbursed?
Probably not, so I wouldn't do it. No. No. There's a lot that you have to do in order to get reimbursed, and 99.9% of the time they will deem it as being unnecessary for you to have bought it yourself.
I need to print things.
The other thing is, when you work in government work, you can only buy stuff from the catalog, and the catalog is insanely marked up prices because they have a government contract and they're the only people that the government can buy from. So it doesn't matter that it's on sale at Staples. You can't get reimbursed from it because that's not in the catalog.
Okay. Get this shit. We're not talking politics, but I cannot wait for the Department of Government
John had acquired it.
That's fine.
It's like that all the time. But regardless, oh my god, what is that?
All right. So
it's adorable.
Get this shit.
That is an emotional support demon.
I need him. He is so cute. Yes, Leek.
Here's perfect waste of government funding. So, at my last job, there's this company. I'm not going to say names of the companies or anything like this.
We don't got to. It's fine.
So
Cisco. I'm kidding.
Absolutely.
It's usually Cisco.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. What? I didn't hear that. What name? There was no name.
This
I actually didn't hear it, so he's good.
This company that we contract through, I ended up finding out what specifically this company does. They basically, all this company does is jump onto Amazon and buy everything for us that we turn in. I'm like, wait a minute, but I could do that myself. They're like, well, no, that's what this is contracted to do, to get that for us. I'm like, well, I could do that myself, cut out the middleman, save you money. Yeah, but we have the contract with them. We have to do it through them. Like,
It is an approved contract, and that's what a government purchase card is made for, and it has to go through that specific contract, who then will go through their specific version of Amazon, which is not the same version as regular Amazon because it is Amazon markup. And then they mark up on top of that. So Amazon's getting a cut, they're getting a cut, and then the government is the one that's paying the bill for everything.
yep.
Yeah.
The worst part about all of this is from August to October, there is no money left in the budget, right? So from August to October, if you didn't already put in your order and get your supplies and get all of your shit, you're fucked. Then it usually takes most of October for there to be an approved budget that will even remotely approve a budget for the next fiscal year. And then you have to put in your order for the stuff that you ran out of since August to try and get that filled. And then it will take them another 2 to 4 weeks to approve said order, and then another week to order it, and then another 2 weeks for it to get in. So you're talking January that you're able to actually get anything. So from August to January, you can't get shit. And
Yep.
every year, they act like this is a surprise.
And then they bloat the budget even more, thinking that it's going to fix the problem.
Well, here's the bigger issue, right? Is you're given a pool of money based on what your needs are projected to be. And then when you get towards the end of the fiscal year, if you have excess money, it becomes a mad rush to spend it all, so the next go around you don't get cut
Yeah.
for your budget, your government spending, which
Yeah.
I understand, but is also incredibly stupid, because if you
Yes.
can sit here and budget out and say, this is what we need this year, but then the next year we don't need as much, but the year following we're going to do this upgrade and we're going to need more.
Yeah.
That should be how it goes. That's not how it goes. How it goes is, you didn't need this much last year, so we're slashing how much we're giving you for this coming year because you didn't spend everything we gave you. And when they cut it, they don't cut it by the amount that you didn't spend. They cut it by that plus a percentage.
Yes.
Because they assume you do not need anywhere near the money that you spent. Which means that you have people that are fraud, waste, and abuse spending bullshit on things that don't matter in order to try and remain at a certain budget level. And then the next year, they either try to remain there or increase it. And that is how we end up with all of this fucking bullshit with government spending and everything getting bloated and out of
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Simply because being honest about what you need and what you spend gets your pee slapped.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to be honest about it, because everybody ends up, worse off. And so everybody
Wait.
lies about what they need, and it just gets out of hand. Go ahead, Guy.
I tell you all about my bills and my budgets and things. I don't want my pee slapped.
I'm not
so-
going to slap your pee.
Budget
I am not the government.
surpluses. So I have not been a government employee for a very long time, but I did work for a federal credit union, and anyone who understands how credit unions work knows that credit unions are either nonprofit or not for profit, which means
Yep.
that by the end of their fiscal year, they have to have not made a profit.
Yes.
So, Christmas time came, and our bonuses that year were between $1,500 and $2,000
Yeah.
as a Christmas bonus, because they
Nice.
had to burn cash, and it was amazing. And Shae, that's why I have all of those fucking Martha Stewart decorations for the Christmas tree, because I just kept sending my mom out with more and more of my Christmas bonus, because I got tired of all of her crocheted god awful fucking Christmas decorations that she would put on the fucking tree. And I was going to substitute. She's like, well, you know what? Put your money where your mouth is. So I'm like, well, here you go. She was entirely fucking stoned at the time, and she took her stoner friend out with her to go to Kmart and get all those Martha Stewart decorations. By the way, okay,
Kmart.
no one here knows my mother, so I'm going to tell the rest of the story.
It's bad. It's bad, bless her.
There's a funny part at the end of this
Okay.
to add on to the funny. So people who work at Kmart don't give a fuck, and don't know anything about what they have and the prices.
Worked.
So,
Not a thing anymore.
what my mom and her buddy did was spent time in the Christmas decorations aisle, basically wiring the ornaments to other ornaments, and ripping off one of the two price tags so that they were buying two ornaments for the lower price of one of them. And let me tell you, I gave her over $500 that year to buy Christmas decorations, so it was quite a bit of them. The super funny, and they went back 3 times. The super funny part of the story is that a few years later, my mom ended up working for that Kmart.
Wow.
So yeah,
The best part would be working for that Kmart and being like, yeah, I'm not going to tell them that this is how people
No,
steal.
the best part
I'm
of
just
working with that Kmart
like,
is
go ahead.
when I asked her to ask if they're getting any more Martha Stewart Christmas decorations and stuff.
Oh man.
It was amazing.
Terrible.
But we have the fucking most Gucci Christmas decorations now. They're amazing. They're all like really pretty silver bows and blown glass ornaments, and it's the entire thing was blue and silver and white. It's really beautiful.
Oh, I always love the blue and silver combo. I do that on my tree now. I got all new ornaments last year because I'm just like, I don't want the red, I want the blue.
I always asked for that when I was younger, and my parents were like, "No, we have all the ornaments that we've saved from forever and a day." And I kind of I took the same reaction to that. I'm just like, no. When I'm older, I'm gonna have my own shit, and it's going to be glamorous and fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. Damn it!
I have a part of the tree because like I still enjoy like the ones that I had as a kid that have been like with us for generations, like for I think like 2 generations. So I have a little spot on the tree where they all go, and then everything else is like all like the new like very like purposeful stuff. But I like seeing like the little things from when I was a kid. But it's like you know,
So Mom kept
more
hers.
aesthetically placed.
Yeah, Mom kept her. She didn't throw them away. It's just if I was there and I was willing to do the tree, then it was going to look like my tree. And she loved my look. She just also loved, you know, her really junky crocheted bullshit and gingerbread men that were like made out of styrofoam and just cheap as fuck, and garland and God, it was horrible. Anyway.
And in my house we have multiple trees. So it's we'll have like the one big tree in the living room that's an actual like a live tree, and then around the house there'll be like little fake trees around to put like different ornaments or like different things. And Waffle gets his own tree, so he gets to have like a little. And it's like, oh, he has his own stocking, he has his own thing.
Shae got me a ceramic desk tree and a cool light up mantle tree and all kinds of little other trees. Go ahead, babe.
So I need to get this year. I need to get Onyx his stocking, but Hugin and Kona both have their own stockings, and their stockings look like them. There was a woman who was making stockings that were carrot specific stockings. So one of them looks
perfectly niche item.
It is the most ridiculous thing ever, and you know what? Worth it. So worth it. So I have a yellow Indian ringneck stocking and a green Grand Eclectus stocking that are for Hugin and Kona.
That's so cute.
Now you need the black
They're
cat stocking.
so ridiculous. Now I need a black cat stocking. I need to go. I should look now around Halloween. I feel like of all the time for me to find a random fucking black cat stocking, it's going to be during Halloween. They'd be like, for Christmaween! Be like, okay, sure.
If you can't find one, let me know because I can help you make one.
Ooh.
We'll sketch it out.
Ideas.
We could do that too.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Oh, right. Oh my god, I forgot. We're doing a giveaway, guys. Hi. Let me go get shit.
Shae, I know you would have been upset if we had missed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
I think I missed the memo.
So it's October, which means it's our 5-year channelversary.
Oh wait, that's right. Now I remember.
Yeah. So a week ago today, was our 5-year anniversary. But we're celebrating the entire month. Each regeneration cycle, we're doing a giveaway of, you know, books that we got that were extras from the Ringos that publishers gave out, you know, for being able to see the stuff that was up for Ringo Awards this year, that we got because we helped with the con. Some extras that Shae had from backings that she's done, and a really cool extra piece of swag that Shae got that's very limited edition. That she... Are you going to show us now or show us later, babe?
I will show it now.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna do a collection of
Oh, wow.
because it's my fucking birthday. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna. Alright, so
Speaking of
first
which,
off,
happy fucking birthday.
thank you. Okay. First off,
You're giving away another cover I don't even have, and I'm on it.
yes.
Ooh.
So this is from Bilgers. He did some limited edition Red Valkyrie covers for one of his art books. So there's me and Sai, and he made them into prints. So I will give away one print of that. I'm going to be giving away 5 books. And this is all going to one person, so y'all better get ready to fucking enter. So we're going to do The God of High School. I wish I could tell you more. Let's read the back. Mori Jin is a high school student and Taekwondo specialist who enters a mysterious global fighting tournament called the God of High School. What begins as a competition to seek out the best high school fighter in the world soon reveals itself to be part of a much greater plot that goes way beyond Mori's wildest imaginations. The rules are simple. Whoever survives the tournament can have anything they want. As the match moves forward, Mori must consider the ultimate consequences of his actions. What will he do to become a true god? It apparently was a webtoon and a hit animation series on Crunchyroll.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right
Okay.
then.
I'm a highlight this.
Happy birthday in all caps. I like it. That's how you enter. Happy birthday in all caps. So this is book 1. Book 2. We're doing a copy of Unico Awakening. After Unico angers the evil goddess Venus, the brave young unicorn is banished and all his memories erased. Rescued by the kind-hearted West Wind, Unico awakens in an unfamiliar world.
I'll just happy.
Rescued by the kind-hearted West Wind, Unico awakens in an unfamiliar world where he's befriended by Chloe, an abandoned watch cat. Chloe begs Unico to turn her into a human so she can fend for herself, but the act of kindness has unforeseen consequences. Venus and her cutthroat henchman, Bjorn, seek to destroy them both. Time is running out for Unico to regain his memories and discover his hidden powers. If he does, then Unico may become one of the most powerful beings in the universe. So, that is this one. Cute, adorable. An imprint of
Adorable.
Scholastic.
Oh, the overpriced books. Got it.
Yes. Next, we're gonna have The Hunger and the Dusk, which we've
Go real
read
close.
the back of this one before. This is in a decaying fantasy world. Only humans and orcs remain mortal enemies, battling for territory and political advantage. But when a group of fearsome ancient humanoids known as the Vangol arrive from across the sea, the two struggling civilizations are forced into a fragile alliance to protect what they have built. As a gesture of his commitment to the cause and to the relief of his bride-to-be, Farron Stoneback, the most powerful orc overlord, Troth Icemane, sends his beloved cousin Terra, a high-ranking young healer, to fight alongside brash human commander Callum Battlechild and his company of warriors. I said this last time. That is a lot of fucking names on a back cover.
It is.
With a crisis looming, the success of this unlikely pair's partnership and survival of their peoples will depend on their ability to unlearn a lifetime of antagonistic instincts towards one another and rise above the sting of heartbreak.
Oh god, it's inspirational harmony. Okay, just show us the art. Fuck it. There we go.
There's the art.
You know
Book
what?
4,
I'm
Under
I'm
the
putting
Oak Tree. Hardcover.
I'm putting myself out there as a back of the cover fucking writer because this shit is boring as fuck. Go ahead.
So, Under the Oak Tree, hardcover. This volume collects episodes 1 through 24 of the webtoon, the webcomic. So, when stuttering Lady Maximilian is forced to marry Sir Ridden, a low-born knight caught in one of her father's schemes, her stumbling communication and his gruff manner sour their relationship before it can begin. Riften, that's her name. Sorry, the fucking text on the back of this is terrible.
You want my glasses?
Or his name. No, it's the font they chose. Riften leaves for war the morning after their disastrous wedding night, and it's 3 years until Maxie sees him again. Now the husband she barely knows is a war hero, and when he comes home to claim her, wow, Maxie will need to master her own bewildering desire and Riften's before she can hope to become the true mistress of their enormous castle estate. That task will demand courage from Maxie, even as she struggles to find her own voice. Sounds really not like a story I would think would be written in today's world, but okay. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's lovely.
It's fine. It's fine.
Look, the thing is, I didn't show any art in it. The thing is, I like the art style of it is pretty cool, but it's also a nice thickened look, and it's hardcover. So, the last one is the Mushroom Knight, which seems like it will
Where's
be interesting.
Luke should be all about the Mushroom Knight.
So, the Mushroom Knight is a chivalrous fairy mushroom embarks on a quest to uncover a clandestine threat that has brought calamity to his magical woodland kingdom. An adolescent girl from northwest Philadelphia desperately searches for her lost dog. As their destinies coalesce, a whimsical friendship forms, but peril is nigh, and their respective journeys threaten to challenge the foundation of the realities and reality itself. David the Gnome meets David Lynch in this boundary-crossing ecological fantasy filled with humor, horror, depth, and delight.
Coalesce.
All right.
Not collide, coalesce.
David the
Gnome
Gnome meets David Lynch. I am fucking horrified.
Right? Like, okay. And then...
Not converge, but coalesce.
Coalesce.
What the fuck? That's not even what that word means.
It's
Sorry. Continue.
All right, so the final thing, and the thing I'm very excited about, is I am friends with these guys. I really like them. I ordered stuff off of their website and then realized that I now own 3 of the same album of theirs. So I'm going to give one of them away to you all, as well as the tote, because I don't really do totes. This is Keep Flying. So, aside from their absolutely ridiculous paper airplane Steamboat Willie homage that they have, what I am offering is their Daylight Summer exclusive album. So this is vinyl, and this is actually one of 100 in here. So this has six songs, and the actual vinyl is really cool. It's what did they call it? They called it like strawberry lemonade or cherry lemonade or something like that. But it is red and a little bit of yellow mixed into it. But they are a fantastic band. Highly recommend.
Featured in the upcoming Edge Punk
Yes,
magazine.
they are. That is a thing. And actually, one of their songs on here will be on the physical version of the Edge Punk thumbnail or thumb drive thumbnail. Fucking hell, I'm very
The
tired.
physical thumb
The
drive?
thumbnail,
Well,
you know.
Physical thumb drive, yes.
Yeah.
So the electronic version.
One of the songs from that band.
Oh, gotcha.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's on the thumb
Speaking
drive
of, I
that you
just
can
got
buy
that.
if you get the
I
physical
got it
version of
downloaded.
it.
I don't know if you got
Okay.
my message.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. I'm really glad that it worked for you. I don't know what the hell is happening with Dropbox for me, but yeah. So, that is everything. I figure a little bit of art, a lot of comics, and a vinyl with a tote bag is a pretty decent birthday / channelversary celebration.
Including, shit that you can't get anywhere else, like that Red Valkyrie fucking cover print.
Accurate. There's only a few left of those.
Hyper limited edition there, and then one of the 100 albums.
Yep. So.
And a tote.
You're gonna log in through your phone.
So I think.
She was
I think we'll do the drawing at midnight. Give people 5 more minutes.
5 minutes. Make sure I got entered.
You guys have 5 more minutes to get entered
5
in.
minutes, folks. Just 5 minutes.
That's it. And I'll make sure that this is in a top loader so it doesn't get all fucked up. But yeah, if you want to enter, make sure that you type in "Happy Birthday" in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to enter.
I'm
talking to you and Bill.
And spreading the virus.
Spreading the virus. Let me go on to here.
The birthday virus.
The birthday virus.
I like Apex's ridiculous entry. Happy birthday, all cats enter! Celeste says I'm so nervous. Don't be nervous, Sadie.
There.
These are good people here. You'll enjoy them.
That's
cat.
no. I was gonna say cats counts for sure, even if it says birthday, because that is adorable.
Happy birthday! Hold on, I need to put in. I gotta put in all the freaking confetti. Scroll.
Where's the confetti? Oh my gosh! No, I am
the champagne.
Where's the cornfetti?
Cornfetti. Look at that! Look at! We actually have a few entrants this time. That's so nice. Oh, I think
you're getting more.
I hope.
I've sent out 20 messages, so.
I already put Tsukume Angel on there, by the way.
Nice. Vaughn, are you entering, or are you just saying happy birthday? Enter Vaughn.
Doesn't matter. He's
Enter Vaughn.
Has been added to the list.
So okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
Okay.
I need to go to.
Oh, there's Ariana.
1 and 8.
Hello, welcome. So you got 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, people. And if you are new here,
The writers for Edgepunk magazine are having a birthday party right now.
Oh, nice.
LAIN.
If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please feel free to sub. We would very much appreciate it. You can also go sub to Buy Gaslight. I'm just saying. Go sub to Buy Gaslight as well, or go. Oh wait, Sai, we got to show that real quick before we wrap. Hold on, I got excited and then we never showed it.
What are we showing?
Give me a moment. It's not me. It's my website. So I'm still working on other things, but the featured product, I love it. So
yeah,
the best part is, so it's a crossbody bag. This is actually the design that I painted up for a really good friend of mine for a birthday present for her on a leather purse. Mm-hmm. We got a really good picture of it, and then did a little bit of editing magic to make it, flat, because it was on a 3D object, so that was fun. But the thing that's super exciting is this is a crossbody bag, so I think it might be a little bit bigger than what hers was, but it's also faux leather, so it's really as close as I can get to getting her one-of-a-kind art piece in a mass-producible form. If you are interested in getting your own, you can go to buygaslight.com and
Hold
pick
on.
one up.
Look at those
Because
fucking eyes.
it's so fun, and this one's really cool too because I've got the backside of it is splattered with my signature and everything like that. There is a lot of interior pockets. There's a lot of storage. There's all kinds of good stuff. So, if you are interested, go to buygaslight.com and pick one up for yourself.
That is so
I also might have put it on a crop T-shirt. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, the anime eye thing had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really happy that I was able to get, like, replicate basically what I was doing on a bag.
I'm gonna
There we
do the
go.
drawing at 12:01.
12:01. Look at you giving people an extra minute.
I am.
Sai is the rule lawyer, except when they're not.
I'm trying to convince Nuda to jump on. And
I'm a
Drop in.
benevolent AI overlord. Yes.
Are you using Squarespace for it?
For
Mhm.
Shae's website, yes.
Yeah,
our main
so
site-
I had.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Our main site, redvalkyrie.net, is also a Squarespace site, and it's interfaced with Printful for our store.
Yeah, and so right now the stuff that I have on by Gaslight is through Printful, but I'm also going to be doing art prints through Printify. I think, or no, Printique is what it was, because
Yeah.
Printique will do G-Clay prints.
Ooh, yeah.
And the stuff on I like some of the prints that Printful does. I really like their acrylic metal.
Yeah.
Which is it's just a metal sheet and then they have like the acrylic over, and I really love how that looks. But I'm not a fan of their standard prints. I think their standard prints are very lackluster, and I don't like how they're offered. So I'm going to look at Printique to do some G-Clays and get some of those things up. Like my copy of my self-portrait that I did recently. I'm going to get that put up pretty soon here once I get decent pictures of it. All right, Sai. Let it spin.
I was responding to chat. All right, here we go.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, Celeste!
No way! Congrats, Celeste! Yay! Oh! Alright, Celeste, so I need you to find me on Twitter, send me a DM, and get me a mailing address for you so I can get this stuff mailed out to you by the end of the month. Yay! Celeste
She
was
was
the
the-
one. She was
the only one
who
who
was
expressed that she
nervous.
was nervous. Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it went to you, Celeste. So please send me a DM on Twitter. You don't have Twitter. Hold on. Send
You
me a
have
DM
Insta?
on email. No, we're just gonna have her email me. Because if you don't have email, then I really don't know how to help you.
Apex, Shae did her website. I did the redvalkyrie.net website.
Yes.
credit
So
where it's
Celeste, send me an email then with your mailing address information, and I will get this mailed out to you by the end of the month.
Yes, and make sure it's .net.
Yes, I did say .net.
Yeah.
Celeste's like, I do have email. Okay, good. I'm glad. So if you didn't have email, I was like,
Okay.
I carrier pigeon. I don't know how to carrier pigeon this to you.
If you get an email from Celeste and it's AOL,
It's fine.
I'll lose my fucking mind.
It's fine. No,
Or
after
Prodigy.
after sending out welcome letters to adult learners, the amount of Yahoo accounts I've been sending stuff to, I'm like, bro.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Bruh, like I've had, I think the last round that we did for the big October class, I think that there were like 4 Yahoos and like 1 or 2 AOLs, and I was like, how do you function in the world? Gmail is for cool people.
Hotmail. Hotmail is the one
Hotmail.
that's been coming up lately. I'm just.
There's been a lot of Hotmail too. Yeah, I
That
don't
still
know.
exists.
My
Okay.
mother has a Hotmail account.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
AOL still exists too, which
I
is
still
even
have a
scarier.
Yahoo account, and I use it for everything that I think will just send me spam mail.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a throwaway Gmail account that was
Yeah.
tied to my original YouTube channel from forever ago. That I'm just gonna say this: if any of y'all manage to find it, please send me a link because I'm pretty sure we nuked the fuck out of it. But hey, if y'all find old school Shae, baby Shae at the very beginning of YouTube's, you let me know. I went by
Wait,
Kitsune.
Shae,
I mean,
that
I can
email-
look. There's the
You're not gonna
Power
find it.
Wayback Machine.
Megabitch?
Sorry, what was that say?
Is that email address the Megabitch?
Yeah, that megabit was the megabit was the old school YouTube channel that we had, and I was Kitsune. Or if you didn't want to take the other things as decoration, it was oo Kitsune oo. Because Kitsune was rather popular, so I had to do OO _ Kitsune _ OO, and it was big O, little O.
Mm-hmm.
So it did the like oops,
Underscore
I don't know.
Kitsune.
So ooh Kitsune ooh. But yeah, it was for people who don't know. That was in my past life when I was a girl gamer.
Yep. You do know that the original name of my company was, right?
Oh, I can't remember. You did tell me once though.
Kitsune Games.
That's right. I remember because I think you said that, and I went, "Oh, that's weird."
Uh-huh.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nerds.
hardcore nerd. Look,
Hey,
I was back
prefer
in YouTube.
Otaku, thank you very much.
I was back on YouTube in the very beginning, back when they had like Shae Carlton and stuff like that. If y'all remember Shae, dude, Shae was funny. He was a funny dude, and we actually did the only thing that might still exist. Might be the birthday video that we sent in for him as a contest, and we ended up getting Shae Carlton t-shirts.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Nice.
cool.
This is one of the
Yeah,
books I was telling you about earlier today.
Oh, right. Very cool. I like it.
It's a whole
that's
series.
cool.
Well, it is now 12:06, and unfortunately, this birthday girl has work in the morning. I don't want to go to, but I do have bills to pay. So
If it is a necessity, a necessary evil.
it also, if I don't show up, it's not just like, oh, she's a no-call, no-show. It's a, oh, you're AWOL, and we now have the military police looking for you, so I do have to go.
Can you imagine if, like, you slept in just a little bit and it's just like AWOL protocol, boom, and you're just like, ah.
If the only benefit that I have is I know they are not that on their shit. That is the only benefit that I have, because
That's the only thing that their incompetence like makes you good about.
The
other
military
units-
police is just as human as you are.
Yeah.
well, not to
And
mention
Ranger Boots are
the person who reports people as AWOL is me. So if I sleep in, everyone's gonna be like, Shae's the one that reports the AWOL, and then I'm not gonna be there because I will be asleep, and they'll be like, what do? And then I'll show up and they'll go, oh, thank God, because we didn't know what to do. And I'll be like, that's fine.
I don't know who to call.
Yeah, they're like,
That's funny.
who do we call? Call Shae. Wait, Shae's the one missing. Wait, who do we call? Shae. Fuck. I don't understand.
Logically,
Yes,
not process.
exactly. It's amazing. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm not gonna lie, I was really kind of dreading streaming tonight because I was feeling very blah and very melancholy and very not into it, and y'all made it fun, so thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing.
We love you, Shae.
I love all of you so much. Thank you everybody who's in the chat. You guys are amazing. Everyone who entered in, just you made my fucking night, okay? You made my night. And 39 is gonna be a fucking badass year.
Oh yeah.
Or 29 if you want to pretend that I'm not as old as I am. That's fine too. I'm okay with it.
Baby, it's okay.
And And we have so many streams
take
lined up this
39.
week. All right. We have so many streams lined up this week. So Wednesday we have our Dice Dames and Dudes. Make sure that you do not miss out on that. And Celeste, yes, you did win everything. I just saw that Celeste was like, did I win everything? Yes, it's all of that is yours. Everything is yours.
Wow.
Yes, we did one drawing for everything.
It is a big old. You have 5 books, a tote, vinyl,
Limited
and
edition
a
vinyl,
print.
yeah.
A limited edition vinyl to 100. I'm just saying, all for you, girl.
Wow.
But yeah, so Wednesday we have Dice Dames and Dudes with our amazing DM Woodrow, who is in the chat. On Thursday, we have a very rare Red Valkyrie Presents stream where we're going to be bringing on the Sound of Thunder metal band, who has a comic book to go with their metal vinyl. So come fucking check that shit out, because they're pretty awesome. We got Nina and Josh gonna hang out with us.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're amazing people. We met them at Baltimore Comic Con. They are so much fun. I can't wait for that stream. And then after Regen on Friday, on Saturday, we have, if he remembers, and if it actually launches, Art T. Bear coming on for Black and White 3.
Nice.
Nice.
And that cosplay is going to be epic. It's going to be stressful to finish, but it'll be fucking epic. And I'm actually going to work on doing a full cosplay of it, even if it doesn't get done by this weekend, for a photo shoot, because I fucking love the character so much. So, do not miss the next week. And yes, I said if he remembers, not because I haven't reached out to Art yet, but I also haven't, it's still coming soon. So I need to make sure that it happens before we have him on. So if it doesn't launch before Saturday, then we will just reschedule Art and maybe do a game stream or, recover. I don't know what. But the Thursday one is definitely happening. Make sure you don't miss it. Thank you all so much for hanging out.
Because it's going to be hard to game when I'm here.
Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Don't have a computer. It'll just be Shae gaming and me.
You can game on the fucking laptop that is the powerhouse computer out of the two. Let's be real.
I did.
Let's also be real. This doesn't have OBS, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, love you guys. Thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Be seeing you.